So, hello and welcome everyone back to some more Ash of Gods here into the stream and later on also in YouTube. And I already started the recording playing Ryushi. Too late. Too late. Besides, the music ended anyway, so we can happily go and continue. Go in and play. We don't need to be listening to more because it ended. The music ended just perfectly. Success. Boo. Sorry, but I gotta be keeping doing this. So those were the lyrics. Yes. It's very much the lyrics. Okay, so we are now heading off from here. We had the rape in a little bit higher difficulty. I'm not quite sure if we should have higher difficulty. Because it's so weird when you can actually go and increase the difficulty more. I do not understand. So should we stay at the level 2 or should we increase it? That's actually a good question because I'm not sure. I think so. That's what this sounded like to me, god damn it. Maybe it was. Maybe you heard it. Just like in your mind before in Vampire the Masquerade. Maybe it was just all in your mind. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe it was nothing. I didn't hear anything anyway, so... It's pretty good. What was pretty good? I'm waiting for the answer for the question, what is good? I don't know why, but I really like your whispers. Thank you. Maybe I should be doing that more sometimes. So you don't like my voice otherwise. Good to know. Good to know. The thing which females always are easily able to do. Okay, well you like this part of me, then... Clearly, then it means that you don't otherwise like my voice, so... It's weird since I'm mostly not into ASMR, like at all. Your whispers are great. Well, thank you kindly. Yeah, I think that difficulty thing is pretty strange. Removes the story importance of it. Yeah, that's the weird thing of it, that you can just change it in whatever way you wish. I meant the lyrics. Your normal voice is great too. There. Yeah, and at least I know that this is the thing that it's too easy to do, you know? Sometimes that you just do that sort of a thing that, hey, okay, this way. As in, okay, you like this part, well, you don't like this then. You know? At least I know that. So, anyways, to Odolan Pass, to the next area. Let's just keep it here because... it's the weird thing, I would like a higher difficulty, but it seems like it would be more logical when it happens story-wise. As in, if you make story decisions where you will be having a higher difficulty, then that's the normal way to go. I have a problem understanding what to do with this exactly. But thank you kindly nonetheless, Flame Ryushi. It's good that you like my voice. Odolan Pass, the road running through the mountain valleys between the Alpios menhir and the Chiranan Tower, the border of Chirana, and a way to get to the old Kebonan Road and the Perkanan Road. The valley itself is wide and shallow and well-traveled year-round. Good. Let's go. That drawing of a lady, I guess, has some, well, ignore me. You mean this? There's boobs, for sure. if this is the thing you mean. It has nipples too. Great map, by the way. It is a nice looking map. I don't even know how I'd react if someone replied to my compliment like, so you don't like this or this? Yeah, sometimes I do that anyways because it's too easy to do. Slash, it's so naturally comes into mind. But I generally speaking nowadays, at least, I'm able to say that, yeah, it's just like I'm meaning it more of a joke. I'm not meaning it seriously, you know. Not that most wouldn't. Kira just bullies me. No, I don't bully you. Praising a woman is difficult. I don't know what that video is now, so that one I'm not gonna be watching it because I'm in a game. But later on, maybe. Thornbrenning. You catch up with an overloaded peasant's guard and strike up a conversation with the driver. His name is Bradham, and he's moving his family to his brother's farm. You realize their destination has been ravaged by the NCs. Sara with the trollings? Probably so. Gleda warns the peasants of the possible danger. They don't believe her at first, but then reconsider and turn the cart around. Gleda shows them the new pawn and begs them to take it, but the head of the family is reluctant. They threaten him with divine retribution. Right to the village yourself? Well, that would be the safest way to do it, if we would just go there ourselves and not just ask them to be taking it. Of course, it will just take our time, but I'm still tempted to do this. I think I will. I'm kind of, anyways, sometimes a little bit, I'm not sure if I should ask you guys, or the guys who is not Sara, because Sara has played this, because Sara knows a little bit better of the game, but should I ask you guys to make the decision, or should I make the decision myself? So I've been very conflicted about this. With some games it's easy to say that, okay, you guys make the decision, but then some of these games I'm like, well, should I make the decision myself, or should I just ask you guys? Yeah, we're useless in this. You're not useless. You've been on fire with the links tonight, Sara. No, if you don't think sketches are trolls. Troll links. How about you make the decision, Kide? And then we can offer criticism. Okay, fine. That's good. Jim, I'm so happy to get criticism by that. Be yourself and choose for yourself, Kide, is my vote at least. Oh wait, I should have watched Sara's link. But anyways, I think I will most of the time choose for myself, but if I have a situation where I don't know what to choose at all, I'm gonna be asking you guys. Is that a good plan? I think that should be a decent plan. So then we see my choices, but then if something really difficult for me to choose comes up, then I'll ask you guys to specifically say what you would prefer. So let's go and ride to the village yourself then. You leave the road and soon reach a village. You manage to find a home for the infant. On your way back, you don't see the peasants' guard. In the end, they didn't believe you. So they went into the bad way anyways and probably got killed. So it was better to then find the home for the infant ourselves rather than just to ask them to be taking it, I'd say. Otherwise the kid would have probably died. So I'm happy with that. Let's continue in the Odolan Pass then. Our journey forwards and onwards. Our Strixes are going down all the time. I'm not quite 100% happy with that. During a short rest, Hode and Sop step aside, speaking in hushed tones. You've grown tired of their lack of discipline. It's time they know how you feel. Sop was the guy who was the, so to speak, bodyguard. So is Hode then the prince, or the actual kid that the guy is wanting to get, the prince? I think Hode has to be the prince then, right? I guess so. Oh wait, yeah. Nothing there. Let's see how this goes then. What are you whispering about? You're plotting something. Now of all times, I have questions for you two, and it's best you answer them now. Turning to Sop. I figured he'll find out sooner or later. This is not your clueless Krigar. We should tell him the truth. It's long overdue. Alright, here goes. You see, Captain, the young Prince Ho is headstrong. He quarreled with his grandfather, the King of Jirana. As a result, Prince Trig, that is, Prince Ho's father, sent it off to a young soldier's regiment. The King of Jirana? Who's Prince Ho? Whose father? What are you plappering about, damn you? And to be honest, I don't remember all of the voices again, so I apologize for different voices if there is some. And there definitely is. I'm telling it is as it is, not leaving anything out. They made Prince Ho a young Albius warrior to get him some discipline, and me, his bodyguard. His name was changed to Hode. but mind stayed the same. I'm not so important, I guess. Captain, you said yourself that it was time for a serious talk. So we're telling you the truth. Well, now we know that he's the prince. As such, he does have the same type of look as the guy there, so... with the king. That was a bolt from the blue. I actually came to talk about discipline and the fact that Sop follows you all the time, ignoring orders. Turns out I should call you Your Highness. Well, I think we're gonna be addressing Hode, rather, or Hode, Prince Ho. What do we do now, Hode? I mean, Prince Ho. Prince Ho sounds so bad, or Ho, just like that. I like Hode better than Ho anyway. Yeah, he should keep that name. Yeah, Hode is way freaking better than Ho. How is he with doors? I don't know. Squinting sarcastically. Let's drop the title, shall we? I've been Hode to you, and Hode I shall remain. I prefer this name. Good. No need to flaunt my princely status. Safer this way. It won't make much difference. Won't make much difference. Do you have any idea what your family will do to us all if you die? All of your companions will face the gallows, not just Sop. It's not so easy to best me in combat. What do you suggest? I'm not going back to my grandfather, that's certain. Not until he apologizes. You won't drag me to court by force, will ya? That's a lot to take in. For now, Hode remains Hode. Everyone tries to stay alive. We travel as planned. If anything changes, I'll let you know. So, that's what we're gonna be having to deal with. I feel like I have to criticize something, so you don't remember the voices. You disappointed me greatly. There's too many people. I apologize, Flame Ryushi. I remember at least that main character's voice approximately was like that. I'm pretty sure that I made it. And I remember that Hode's voice was more high. And I remember that guy's voice was more low. At least the other guy's the Sop guy. But, too many. Way too many. And I remember the guy that I made Sean Connery, and now I always struggle with the idea, how do I actually make the Sean Connery accent? But I'm sure I'll make it again. But I remember that guy. It's just difficult to remember everyone. And I remember Girl relatively well. It's too many. What are these roads? Berganan Road, a well-trodden highway marked with post and road signs frequently patrolled by the Cherana Guard, or already broken and unkept, but still a decent road traversing the desolate lands near the spurs of the Milky Mountains. Milky Mountains is a nice name as such. Which way do we wanna go? Where is the next men here that we're even trying to get into? I'm like trying to have a look. There's a chapel. I'm kind of liking the idea of going into a chapel. It's interesting that there's a foul track here. I wonder who's gonna be using that track, or who has a choice to use that track. I'm otherwise interested to go into here, but I'm interested about the possible chapel over there, if we can go into there. So that's the reason why I'm interested to go into this direction. Shaken, not stirred. Stirred, eh? I do not accept your apology. You should have tried better. And what is that? You remember the girl's voice but not men? What kind of inequality is this? Well, there's only one girl. Okay, I think I've criticized enough, right, you? I'm not sure. Maybe there should be more criticizing. I deserve it anyways. I'm sure of that. So, that's good. Which way do I want to go? It's kind of difficult to notice where the men here is where we're trying to actually get to. The archmen here, is it this place? Then there is a lot of possible ways to go in, but I otherwise would choose this. But I want to try to see if I can go into either Wandil Graveyard or the chapel. So I want to go into this way just because of that reason. I'm also kind of wondering, is this how many Strixes it will use? Probably yes. So let's go that way. James Bond must be the only one who has his martinis shaken. Maybe, I'm not sure. So, well-trodden route with patrols, more so. Our Strixes are going really low. I don't like it. You look around. Some landmarks are surprisingly familiar. You've been here with Krieger. I don't know. Krieger. You remember him mentioning a nearby grave. A battle site where a captain of the guard was buried. He was likely laid to rest with his weapons and captain insignia. No need to disturb the grave of the fallen comrade. I can't go and do that. There is no way of telling whether the grave is still there, and time is too precious. You carry on with your journey, saddened by the sudden realization that you are unlikely to be buried with full honors. Your mood gradually spreads among the others, and your company rides in gloomy silence. Sadness. Well, there's three options. Ooh, now I could go into that way. So, there's good options. So this would actually be a really long way all the way to Abundant Smithy, a well-trodden highway marked with posts and road signs frequently patrolled by the Geronan Guard, or Ursus Road towards the chapel, which is interesting. A decent dirt road that skirts impassable forest but may present a challenge on rainy days. And then there's a foul track. A seldom traveled path through the Cursed Grove where anyone you meet is a witch or a wizard. I'm so interested about that. What do you guys say? Would you rather take the Ursus Road or the foul track? I'm interested about the Cursed Grove though. All fruit, berries and mushrooms in this peculiar grove are poisonous, as all the local wise men and healers in Ursus know. I really should make a martini one day. Never had one, or at least a classic one. I've never drank anything like that, for sure, with myself. Had a night on espresso martinis. It's quite stiff drink, as I understand. In which way? I'm liking this route planning. In all the ways, flame. Sounds amazing. Wait, what was the question? Do I go to the Cursed Grove road, or do I go into the chapel towards the chapel direction? I'm just interested to go through the Cursed Grove. Like, it's just something that I feel like, even though it feels so stupid to go from here into here, then all of a sudden when I could have just gone into here through this way, but then I'm like, I wanna go into there. Why would you take the foul track, roleplay wise? Yes, let's just go into the girls. I wanna do this. I'm not sure it's a good idea, but I wanna do it. A seldom traveled path through the Cursed Grove where anyone you meet is a witch or wizard. At least we're gonna confuse a lot of people, because first we went into here and then suddenly this way. Maybe there's something interesting going to happen in here. Maybe not. We'll see. Our Strixes are low though. Nothing happened. Sadness. Why nothing happened? I'm very disappointed. Riding past the ruined tavern, you notice a trampled grass and pause to investigate. A dozen people must have been here recently, which we missed, which is very interesting. We missed all those dozen people we probably might have met if we went through there immediately. Perhaps travelers like you, or maybe bandits. The late burgomaster of Albius once told you a funny story about this place. Foul track even, lupausseikkailusta, but it was failed promise of the adventure, I'd say. Other than this is maybe interesting, Sinvicta brothers. 4 years ago, the Sinvicta brothers, who lived in the backwoods of the Woodland Watch, lost a corpse other tavern to Tropolis' younger brother in a game of cards. The new owner tried to get rid of it, but found no buyers, and then a lightning strike burned it down. Nobody bought it because, except in a few hunters, no one really ventures to these parts anymore. The tracks near the ruins look suspicious, but you can't decide what to do. Ask Fisk about the tavern first. As expected, Fisk knows every tavern within a week's travel from Albius. It wasn't a very good tavern, he says. Not that many people around. I remember the signs most clearly. Got on both sides in an ugly way. The Corpse Otter, what a name. Search the ruins? It's hard to miss the sign lying on the dirt. Its unsettling depiction has been spared by rot and fire. Somebody painted the words Parm on it. The white paint is still fresh. You don't know what it means, but it looks like a temple tongue. Turn the sign over. Fleet has a medium injury. There's a click, and a crossbow bolt shoots out of the bush and finds its marks. You curse the trap, somebody could have died. You find the crossbow in the tall grass connected to the sign by a very thin piece of string. Lovely. There's a word written on the other side of the same white pane. Hogsmarch, where bandits exchange secret messages in the temple tongue. They can't be that educated. Well, search the closest shops too, certainly. Hey, Visenekku, thank you for sharing the channel as well. Again, and welcome. Welcome to some Ash of Gods. We changed the game already into this from Morrowind because I'm a little bit more tired, but I hope that's okay. But welcome, welcome. I hope you have had a good week thus far, Visenekku, and anyone else who might be joining us here. So, search the closest shops. You don't find anything other than the hidden crossbow. Well, did I get the hidden crossbow? You give the ruined tavern one more look and return to the road. You're very tempted to stop by the Woodland Watch and ask the Sinvicta brothers if the crossbow trap was their handiwork. One of your companions could have been killed. At least he's alive, I guess. Okay, so Outlaw's Tower or Poppy Fort? I have to go into the Poppy Fort, right? The only stone fort on the river rushing down the foothills and into a swamp. The water is low enough for a dog to cross, but too high for a puppy. So that's why it's Poppy Fort. What a name. Outlaw's Tower, a desperate and abandoned Gebanon tower. It's rumored that outlaws occasionally take shelter and divide loot within its walls. It's kind of funny, just going from here to here, then to here, then I would go into this direction possibly. Already broken and unkept, but still a decent road traversing the desert lands. Yes, or already broken and unkept. Yeah, that was that one. Blackwell. A burnt clearing that crosses the woods. Convenient for travelers untaunted by the wild animals or thugs. Sure, I don't want to go that way. Hello, Specky. Welcome to you too. And hopefully you've been doing well this week. Hugs, hugs. And yes, good evening, Specky. I am doing okay. Just totally fine. A little bit tired, but otherwise fine. Well, I won't be looking anything about Yakuza 0, but everyone else can look into Flame Rouge's link. Lost a lot of good puppies to that fort. Do not look if you're too innocent. If this place called Puppy Fort, that's the way we should go. Yes, that's what I was planning. I have to go that way. As a Puppy Fort, I gotta go that way. Like, that's my decision making at the moment. Just going into a place like that. I'm just worried about how Strix's for sure is. You lead the horses down to the water, which is covered with a thick blanket of fog. You nearly jump when the bleak whale parts and a bowl pot silently slides out of it. A man, about your age, starts towards you. His companion is a lad about Cleda's age. Pan. The boatman stows his pole and raises his arms peacefully. He introduces himself as Pan. His companion is his son, Teron. They say they were wishing nearby when they heard the horses neighing and decided to see who'd arrived at the shore. Pan explains that he trades in knickknacks wished out or acquired by other means, hence his interest in your party. I can't do that, just like robbing him then. Talk to Pan first, though. You know that Teron and admit to Pan the difficulty of bringing up children in these troubled times. You know because you have a daughter Teron's age. The pensive boatman nods, then offers to lower his prices just for you. Oh, thank you. At your request, Teron grabs a bag from the floor of the boat and lays his goods out on a piece of cloth. I do have a pretty decent amount of gold, 4,600, so let's see if there's anything good that we would like to get. For sure is. I'm tired as well, Kidep, but I managed hot and humid today, makes me sleepy. I can understand, Specky. Munasho. Well, the puppy fort did seem to be a good choice for us anyways. You should not talk to Ban, that's just sick. Get help. I'm sorry. But that brings into my mind the advert that you can see in quite a few places about was it Michael Jordan saying like that indeed about trucks that get help and so on. It just, I don't know why that specific way you phrase that there brings that into my mind, that I've seen that, him saying that you would need to be getting help or something. At least I think it was like that. Sec if he has any Strixes. I do think that I do need to check on that. But he doesn't seem to have anything more in any of these directions, so I think we are not going to be lucky on that front, unfortunately. But what does he have then? Fortune Teller's Rune, a crooked bone from some kind of bird, used by fortune tellers to read the future. Soldiers sew them onto their armor to help them anticipate their opponent's moves and keep themselves out of harm's way. A 100% chance of avoiding injuries in battle. That's really nice, but also really expensive. So not sure about it. A marble figure. Oh, item contains 8 Strixes. That's actually good. I know what you're talking about. It was get some help. McDonald's advertising against some drugs. Yes, indeed. Get some help. Yeah. So, you brought that into my mind, Flame Rushi. Thanks for that. So this has 8 Strixes. This has 20 Strixes. Merchant's Bracelets, made of bronze and silver to symbolize the earth and sky, used to attract wealth and good trading deals. This bracelet is a symbol of the Merchant Guild. Tiger's Eye, +2 energy, that we don't think I need. These gems have been used as amulets since time immemorial. It is thought that they absorb energy for the earth and pass it on to their wearer. Even though it's fine, but I haven't used enough energy anyways. The Reaping Bread reduces energy by 10 to all enemy units and reduces energy by 10 to all party members. So it would be fragments of the card. Not sure I'll care about it that much, even though I could buy both of those, and then these are also cards, yeah. Reduces attack by 5. Definitely not something I'm interested in. This is really nice, but really expensive. No problem, that's what I'm here for. That and you, your whispers, I guess. Oh, yes, I know, you are only here for my whispers. Only for my whispers, ever, nothing else. Eye of the Tiger. Yes, it was an Eye of the Tiger. Where is Rocky when you need him? That is a good question. It's his eye of the Tiger. So, the question is, what do we want to buy? This is really something I would love to have, but it's really expensive and it might not be something that we actually need right now. Our morale is also low. I'm not very happy with that. I just shouldn't be getting injuries. So then I don't need this. This has 20. This has 8. This is like about 400 for 8. This is 20. And it's a lot more expensive. Like 400 plus 400 would be 800. And sure, this has still 4 extra, but I'm trying to think, is this the same sort of a rate? Like if we would buy 8, is it cheaper to buy these 8, or is it the same price exactly? And yeah, I was planning to buy some Strixes at least. I think we may need them. Yeah, I'm pretty much thinking that we do, because we have only 29 left. It's just a question which ones, but I guess I should just buy a lot of them. So, Merchant's Bracelets first. Made of bronze and silver to symbolize the earth and sky, used to attract wealth and good trading deals. This bracelet is a symbol of the Merchant Guild. Sure. Yeah. Yay, we have more Strixes. And then we will have almost 3000 gold still left if we buy the marble figure. So, then we have at least Strixes. 400 plus 230, 20 fish tiger. My math always works. I'm kind of interested about this, but on the other hand, I'm like, I'm not sure if that's that good. Tiger's Eye. Like, this is the one that I'm interested in, but on the other hand, it's only for one person anyways. And if you play well, which is of course always a question if you do, you would be able to avoid this completely, right? So, I think that will be it. I will not be robbing him. Say goodbye and leave. This is a horrible thing to be thinking of going and robbing someone like that. Knatmire. A forested path that dives into gullies and runs along the crabby river bank. Cracky, even. It hastens travel time because no one rests in a maelstrom of mosquitoes. And then Hunter's Track. A track used by beasts, hunters and trappers alike. Overgrown with underbrush in some parts, which may cause problems for carts and mounts. This is Hunter's Village, so I'm kind of interested to go there, so let's just go to the Knatmire because of that. Even though we could go into there straight. But I want to go into here. Maybe there's something interesting in this location. There's Vantil Altar. Your company rides past the roadside shrine. Vi pulls the reins, filled with reverence. A sight for a sore eye. Look at the offerings. The locals still remember the gods. We should follow their example. When was the last time we gave thanks to the gods? We should pray for them to be kind. Agree with Vi. Put Vi in his place. Goddamn monk. We're not gonna be giving any offerings or ride for it. Just like, just ignore. Just absolutely ignore. You're not interested in trauma? Ain't that weird, huh? Isn't this why you're streaming? To be traumatized by our harsh criticism? Yes, absolutely. That's why I don't need any more trauma. Because I already get enough from you guys. See? Flame Rushi, you give me all the trauma I need. Isn't that a good thing? Shouldn't you be satisfied that you are able to give me all that I need? And I don't need any more? I'm gonna agree with Vi. I think, even though I'm kind of afraid how much we're gonna be putting there, right forward and put Vi below the wheels. I don't wanna do that though. Agree with Vi. Vi grins proudly as he slides off his horse. Before long, he's arranged your companions into a circle and they're mumbling a temple hymn. You can only hope it will be over soon. Loyalty increased by Vi at least. Vi's meaning eludes you. His voice, so full of confidence and belief, seems to drown out all other sounds. When the ceremony ends, the sun shines brighter, and so it seems. You'd never admit it, but the monk's speech has given you new strength. Hey, that's good. Party injury level decreased by 1. Oh, that was actually very useful then. How does it 100% mean it? I guess we could actually talk to all people too. I guess I should, or all of these people before we go and arrive into our destination. I think we're gonna do that now then next. Oh, aren't I great? Thousands of people for alive. Yay! Isn't that great? Yeah, trauma supply overflowed. I wish I knew how to speak old English, yeah. Gosh, I'm clearly tired as well. Didn't know this before trying to write. But I suck at that, yeah, we all suck. I suck probably the most in writing, to be honest. Why? Let's talk to why after a great ceremony. The one-trained monk is always praying. You wonder what he is asking of the gods. I wonder what the hell did I make his voice. It wasn't anything that special. But what? Coming closer. You weren't just playing around with your beats back at the Albius Men here, were you? Why? You've been holding a Strix. Who taught you this stuff? Raiden. What's there to teach? Every monastery teaches the monks about the reaping and the means of protection. And how long will the reaping last? The temple servants usually don't know much, and when they do, they prefer silence. When does a dog stop eating? When it's full. Same with the reaping. Once it's sated with corpses, it begins to fade. Sated. You talk about it as if it's some sort of beast. Maybe it's got a maw or something. The menhirs are basically the reaping's mouths. All the healing are like the tree sap. The tree gets its nutrients from the soil, while the menhir's soil is death and pain. This is converted into healing energy that helps others alleviate their pain. I learned everything about the sacred stones the time I tried to cure Licky. Not one temple servant said anything even remotely close to the hogwash you're spewing now. What did you guys write? You suck in general, Kire, as we found out in Vampire the Masquerade last episode. Yes, I do. I think you just need to get the crucible and everything will be fine, right? Oh, wrong game, I think. maybe wrong game. But, true enough, I do suck a lot. Are you sure that this stuff about the menhirs isn't a kind of heresy? Not that it's heresy, just the temple isn't really fond of Stalk amongst its servants. Not many draw that conclusion anyway. You have to dig up some really old scrolls to learn anything about it after all. Say you're right, then what? It implies that for each person healed during peacetime, there are hundreds, if not thousands, exterminated during the reaping. Isn't it too much? If the menhirs are really like trees, where does all their sap go? There must be something else, but I didn't learn anything from the manuscripts. The high-ranking temple servants don't tell you anything, just point their fingers skyward and say that only the gods know. I don't like it one bit. What kind of retribution exterminates the guilty and innocent alike? And if it's supposed to be a shared blight, what kind of gods would wish death upon all our kin? It's not the gods who wish for our demise. We call for the reapers and the plague with our misdeeds. So what's the reaping anyways? What makes you think the reaping is night? Someone told you, or was it your own idea? Obviously it's the reaping. Those NCs were the first sign of trouble. Who else would be wearing those masks? Then there was the Reaper's mark. Haven't seen the Reaper himself, but I recognize his rune right away. The reaping is divine retribution. That's what everybody says, at least. Hey, no spoilers for wrong games. Wouldn't know what the wrong game Kid will play. Bad playing bad. I guess I suck too. And I'm not even a vampire like Kid was. God damn it. It won't happen again, miss. No worries. We all suck in our own special ways. Yes, we are all special snowflakes after all. Thank you. There's no way of talking about sucking without it sounding wrong in every way. Pretty much true. Pretty much true, for sure is. Maybe I should make one guy talk. Or, I don't know, maybe there can be some person or some host or something who will talk like whispers. Maybe. Obviously, you say. Seems like many have yet to realize what's happening, while the temple servants knew about it all along. Alright, I won't pester you any longer. You meant the right way, It is the right way after all. It's alright. Of course, all the stuff in the books is quite dreadful. They say the reaping is akin to a heart's winter. Every creature should hibernate and all the grass should perish so that they can be rejuvenated in the spring. Well, what if I'm not a creature but grass? Should I perish too? Doesn't seem like much of a concern. Just some fancy words from a couple of old temple books. We aren't going down that easy. Totally not. I have no recollection what Ramlin sounded like. Well, Hode, our prince. It seems everyone knows that Hode is not simple warrior. However, nobody treats him with special reverence or servility. That's cute. What is cute? I don't know what is cute. That snakey? That rainbow snake? Probably. I mean, I don't think there was a single stream in which I didn't make a dumb sex-related joke. Sorry people. I don't mind. It's fun. Jokes are good. Besides, jokes sometimes should be offensive even. Or as in, like, it's just a thing that not every joke is anyways going to be fun for everyone. So then either jokes would never be offensive to anyone or they will not be very fun necessarily. Like, a lot of people can find a lot of different things offensive and funny and all that, so it's all very subjective stuff. And yeah, Shoppy Rainbow Worm was cute though. It's a very shoppy rainbow worm. Where do you have that, or where did that come from? My innocent mind is destroyed. Yes, Ayunta, I believe this. Blame Rouge's fault in this though. It's not my fault for sure. Blame Rouge is the one who is saying that he's making those jokes, not me. What are we going to do, Your Highness? Oh, stop with the Your Highness. I'm Hode. As for what to do, that's your decision. You're the eldest in the squad, not me. Immediately asking about that. Why did you choose Albius? My father made the choice. Do you think that a crown prince's only son just leaves the palace wherever he pleases? Albius is a quiet place, close to Zirana, and there's hope that nobody finds out. Yes, quiet as it gets. You aren't the one who threw the Reaper to Albius, right? Come on, don't be angry. They say that the reaping covers all of their medium in darkness. No other way. Was it said or written? You're a warrior, Thornbrennin. Since when have you read old manuscripts? I'm not a big reader myself, but I'm certain that the last reaping happened about 700 years ago. I was obsessed with reading when I was young. I still remember some things. It's how I met Gleda's mother in Rask's shop. He was a trader in Oda back then. Oh, demons, my happy life began in Rask's shop. I just hope it doesn't end there. Funny thing to learn that actually it even started in Rask's shop, and that's where we started pretty much the game too. Yet another devastating crime made by me, yes. That's it, sucking is always relevant. Yeah, it's just my own. I made the kind of emoticon that I want to use because subscribers don't care that much. Yeah, truly. Kide is my highness. Thank you kindly, Specky. No bowing for me, no need to bow. Speaking of highness, how high are you anyway, Kide? Well, depends. If we're talking about high up in the world map, we are in Oulu, so pretty high up north, so pretty high up in that sense. All about Her Majesty Kide. No such things, Becky. No need to be bowing. No. I can't call you my highness if you're smaller than me. I am, like, if we are talking about height, then yes, I'm pretty small. So, no bowing. Yeah, that's a really lovely smile. Flame Rouge is scared for life. So pretty. But yeah. I think it still should be. I haven't counted after the fact that I did a long time ago, but I at least used to be 156 centimeters tall, so pretty small. Pretty small I am. And Satenteno is even smaller than me, so good luck with that. Historically, Bowen is because of short people. Hello, Merzi Eshik, and welcome to the stream for you too. Hopefully you have had good week. We need some Kire emoticons. We worship you though, Satenteno. Yes, that's even better. Yeah, it's definitely better to be... I used to be 156 centimeters too, once in my life. Yes, that's usually the case. Well, unless you don't grow even that tall. But, yeah, King had to be the tallest. So see, I cannot be the king. I couldn't be the highness anyways. But let's actually go on and continue on the game too. But yeah, Satenteno doesn't need to be both because it's just worshipping a goddess, so... Okay. I was obsessed with reading when I was young. I still remember some things. Yeah, my happy life started there. I read this part. Shoo. Did the burgomaster know about you? He had a cage of horses messenger pigeons in the town hall. I didn't know him, but my father mentioned him once. He joined the regiment for a reason too. Son of a whore. I have to say that, it seems fitting. Son of a whore. I had no mother myself, nor was she a whore. She died giving birth. My father raised me. So does it happen to kings too? I'm not talking about death. Yes, it's clear. You mean love. My grandfather was like that too. That's why my father was the only heir. Like me. How does it feel to be the only heir? It's better to be a soldier of Alpius regiment. I wish you'd stayed a soldier. Unfortunately, princes don't rule with autonomy. It's even worse for kings. It's like spending your full life in shackles. In golden shackles, so gold is heavier than iron, Torn. Alright, sorry for bothering you, Your Highness. I'm sorry for bothering you. You have a daughter to save, a precious jewel. You'd better not tell her that. She won't care that you're a prince. Comparing her to fine plate is another matter. That's right, a precious plate. Then a precious plate, rather. Yes, Satenteno is pretty short. You can be the smallness. Yes, and hands up. Yes, my smallest. Anyone watched Invader Sim? I'm not sure what that is. I feel you have more productive conversation if you just put away the weapons. They like to have weapons, like, truly. That's really small. Maybe I will ask a very interesting question, but how did you spend this summer? Nothing too special. And thanks for sharing the channel too. Well, Mr. Hedgehog, I did nothing. Sweating mostly. At least me personally, didn't do anything that special. Last summer I visited in Italy at least. But this summer I was visiting my parents' place for a little bit of a longer time. Enjoyed the freaking too hot summer weather of Finland too. Surely. Enjoyed isn't necessarily the correct term, even in some cases though, because it was too hot. But tried to. I did nothing. Flame Rugia and Mercy both then didn't do anything special. Sweating mostly. Kide, your morale is low. What kind of a leader are you? Well, Again, more criticism from Flame Rouge. What is there more to expect? I'm a bad leader. I can be a good leader if I really have to. Like, if I'm actually talking about myself. But generally speaking, I don't like to take that role, so maybe that's the reason I haven't yet accepted going and taking the role of being a leader. My summer was pretty basic. I actually enjoyed the immense heat. Yeah, not for me. Yes, take that, another criticism. We don't really enjoy the hottest days of summer, just surviving if lucky. Well, most of us, other than Tajunta. Tajunta, are you even a Finn? When you don't survive, you enjoy the heat. What kind of Finn are you, Tajunta? Oh, gained weight most likely with all the ice cream I had to consume. Yeah, I did eat quite a bit of ice cream too, because it was just way too hot. Way too hot. And a lot of ice. I had ice. Lots of ice. Ice is good. Well, let's go and chat to Sop next. I have try to be making his very low voice, which will be a problem. Why so sad, Sop? Have you lost the commander's scepter? I hope I don't lose my head. Are you here to cheer me up or make me take the watch? The watch is already posted. You're not a woman to be comforted. What? This is a very weird sentence to me, but okay. And yeah, nothing wrong with being short. You're just compactly built. Yeah, there's of course nothing wrong. Good things come in small packages, as my mom used to say. I'm an undercover Finn. So I understand, Tajunta. I would prefer if his name was Sup. What's up? Gained some summer fade and now trying to lose it for Christmas fade. Like my mom says, I will be a good pocket 5. That is a good name. That doesn't sound bad. I don't think that it's important for me, but I'm not a mister. Okay. Well, then welcome indeed. Mrs. I don't know. What should I then say when someone says that not a mister? But yes, welcome to you too, indeed. Merci. Mervi Eshik. I don't know how to say it. It's a problem trying to say, like, how should I be saying exactly a certain word? But yes, Madame. Madame would probably be a better one. Didn't come into my mind. Madame. Madman. Yes, madman. Miss maybe. Not a madame. Lady. I don't know. We are all ladies here. Well, not all of us, but we have quite a few ladies, like Sare, and now then Metsi is here, and then me. Well, if I am to be counted as a lady, unless I was counted for a moment as a highness, but I'm not sure. What am I? Miss Hedgehog then. Neito. Neito is at least good in Finnish, yes, but not everyone understands it. It's always a lot harder for me to think the right word in English than it would be in Finnish. We're all ladies, you heard Kid people. Yes, totally. Force of nature. It just happened. But yeah. Anyways, I'll continue with this. Does anyone else find this sentence weird? Because I do. How often you would say NATO of any real human? Sometimes. Sounds good. From now on, you're a lady whether you like it or not. That's good. Sounds good. Speaking of which. About witches. NATO is too dangerous to say to someone. Never. Not really NATO. Neiti is the one that I have considered myself at some point a long time ago. Not really anymore, but it's something that you maybe consider yourself as rather than something as you would actually call someone else. I don't know. This sentence makes sense, Kire. How, Flame Rushi? Okay. He's not a woman though. But maybe everyone is indeed a woman. That's maybe the thing here. Anyways, you're not a woman to be comforted. That's for sure. The second master of personal royal bodyguards of Tirana. I'm nicknamed the Deadly Battle Sack. From my leanness and leechiness of lack thereof. Funny, eh? Yes. Yes, laughing my head off. Me too. When Trick chose me from the best 200 warriors of Tirana, nobody would guess that I'd have to protect his son from the reaping, on top of ordinary threats. Hode agreed with his father's choice for a reason too. Wait, everyone is a woman, oh no. Nate is common, but Nate hardly, yes, true enough. Yeah, it is though better than being called a daddy, which I probably could be called at this point. You're not a woman, so you do not have to be comforted, is what he means. Ah, if you say so, Flame Rouge. If you say so. Hey, that's Madame Deadly Sack to you. Someone called me Rova. I didn't like that one bit. Yeah, that would be a little bit strange. When you're not really that old. I do say so, Kira. Uh-huh. So that means that that's what you think about females, eh? That females do have to be comforted? Every female does have to, but males don't, eh? Is that what you're saying, Flame Rouge? Is that what you're saying to me today? Anyways. Yes, reason. Why did Hode like you? He said that he didn't need a psychopath shaken with the desire to please. He needed a helper, a fellow to ask for advice, or to play tricks on. I'm a street child, and I guess the prince found my skills most useful. Man, don't cry. I do say so. I walk into that one myself. Yes, Flame Rouge, you walk into that one, and that's what I mean. That's what it's so easy to do. Of course, I'm just joking, but still, seriously. But hey, at least I got you to whisper, so you know silver lining totally. You're a lady now, so sure you can. Yay, wait. This very weird thoughts that we're having here. At least we're having fun, right? I hope everyone is having fun. So, how old are you exactly? Not 18, I confess. At 5 more, you're on the money. Hode, on the other hand, was honest about his age. I'm telling you, he'll be a great warrior at my age. Well, if nothing bad happens. Poisoning yourself is stupid, so what? Well, sure, it is quite stupid to poison yourself, but I'm like... Poisoning yourself is stupid, Sop. Dawn, you don't even know what poisoning means. We're not in Frisia, obviously, but the king's executioners have so many ways to deal with you that you'll beg for death. If anything happens, Strick won't forgive us. Just wait. People will remember the old king of Tirana kindly. The king of Tirana is old, so you say the next rule will be a cruel and heavy-handed slaughter man. Why did Trick let his son go to Albius? They're cut from the same cloth. They'll both have your cuts for gardens. Maybe that's how it should be with the throne. I can't think of many fellows more wise, dependable, and determined than Trick. Trust me on that, Dawn. I traveled all over Belcana and saw all the kings. Hey. Who are your parents, Sop? My parents are common folk. My father is a man of duty, watched over the main tower at Jera 5 years ago. He was proud of me. My mother is a fair trader. Her father sailed trade ship caravans for Paltra to Rhydona. I'm confused. You're not the only one, Tayunda. Typical thing of a lady then. Gosh, man. Or woman. Oh my Flame. Poor those with... we're all ladies here, we can be honest with one another. Totally. I hope everyone is having fun, as said before. You have a great family, Sob. Pride in your parents is misguided, Captain. Were I born a bastard, it would change nothing. Take Holt, for example. You can sense royal blood, but he's an ordinary lad. Diamonds are more precious than gold, even before they're cut. They're indistinguishable from other stones found near the mouth of a river, but they're extraordinary. Sure, but that's why his guards bear such responsibility. Alright, keep your chin up. Things will work out. Maybe. You gave me my chin up. I just hope I keep my head on my shoulders. That's how it goes. Drake isn't yet the king, to be sure, but he's already grabbed hold of everything. There's fear, but there's also something else. He looked in my eyes like you do now and said it. Don't let me down, Sob. Well, don't let him down then, Sob. I'm trying, Thorn. I also put my hope in you and your daughter. I think that Holt likes her, even though he keeps his distance. Maybe all of this will keep the prince safe somehow, don't you think? I don't know, Sob. There's nothing worse than guarding noblemen. No armor can save you from a well-fired arrow. No valor can save you from a rival army. There are worse things, Thorn. Dragging your daughter along. Haven't you noticed your companions all trying to protect her during battles? They're your diamond, and it's already been cut. Interesting way to say it. It's good that everyone is feeling pretty. Good, good. I sure am, but that's not saying much. I have fun with you guys each stream, so that's given. And you're pretty too. Yay! Kid streams are a pickup. If you have the eye patch on, that is. Oh, I see. I don't want to look at my empty eye socket. Thanks a lot. How insensitive of me. I'm sorry, Tayut. I hope you find it in your heart to forgive me. Empty eye sockets are beautiful. Is that any better, Tayunda? Yes, you don't need to have a eye patch. It's beautiful, just the way it is. Tayunda, it's very much so. Absolutely. Then there's still Ramblin'. I don't remember what voice I gave him. What are you muttering, Ramblin'? I'm not muttering anything. I'm repeating my grandmother's enchantments. What are those enchantments about? About healing, about leg weakness, about the clear mind and sound memory, about fuzzy heads and forgetfulness, cowardice and weakness, bravery and strength. My grandmother knew many spells. Should I start to be doing more of an accent on him? I'm wondering about this. Maybe then that would be more special. Maybe I will remember it better. Rambling be rambling. That sketch I linked is pretty fitting right now. Knowledge and control are not the same thing. Maybe she did. I don't know everything. You need power, the right mindset, and the nimble fingers for that. Why must you move your fingers? It's enchanting like weaving woolen cloth. Those who have the sight can not only spot such a web, but also weave their own, spinning a thread and braiding it to a secret purpose. Woven and spun, the enchantment serves the special purpose. That's how it works. I'm trying to see if I can change the accent into something more special. About complimenting a woman, about not being able to rat her. This one, Well, I gotta be looking at that at some point. Others can look now. So you need to weave the enchantments. It's done differently. You can sing through potions, dance like a mad dervish. You can dress the wounds with stones. Everyone does it differently. I'm a weaver, but some things I can do by snapping my fingers. It's so weird sentences to me, to some of this. But one does not compliment a woman. Are you talking nonsense? I mean dressing wounds with stones. Icons do that. They say that is the way strength and bravery are passed to warriors and of the present day. My grandmother told me about this too. Your grandmother was wise, Ramlin. Did she have a hard life? My grandfather brought my grandmother here from the Vantil Islands. She told me that when he died, she started building a house. She mixed clay with manure and straw. She dragged the stones around. It kept her from going mad. My grandmother used to say that even if you don't know where to go, just keep moving. If you don't have a clear goal, you need to take steps that don't lead you into the abyss. Neither taking steps nor having the right goal saved her, or us, from the abyss, because the abyss came from above. Did your grandmother teach you much? Well, this is compliment to you, Bergtayuta, so, you know, one simply delays the inevitable. Well, oh yes, if you can't enjoy an eye socket, you lack imagination. Well, I didn't forgive at any point, so Flame Rouge, see, use this as your example. He'll lead you into the victory. You didn't forgive me, but you took this compliment. Aha! Yes, just like a right woman, right? That's the way the women's are. At least, well, actually, still able to take a compliment, so... maybe, but not forgiving or holding a grudge. I don't know. It's difficult to say. Ladies, ladies. Yes, just settle down, damn it. Just joking around, of course. And so... she taught me everything she knew. It's not enough to teach someone, though. You must be like a stone. You can spend a lifetime trying to learn how, but it's almost impossible. Does anyone aspire to become a stone? Do you guys aspire to become a stone? Guys, girls, girls and guys, whoever you are. Does any one of you aspire to become a stone? Catfight. That is a good catfight symbol though. That with the flamey hands and all. Don't get caught up on every word I say, Torn. You can't even see spells, but I can catch three, weave them together and tie them around your neck. You will suffocate. Can you feel it? Wipe it off, friend. You'd better continue mumbling like before. Well, it will be time to go soon. Maybe my enchantments will be useful to you. You'll surely be useful if you don't run into battle ahead of me, that is. Did you assume my gender, kid? Yes, I did. Absolutely, I did. I'm practically a stone already. I dream of being a fistful of gravel. Good. Stones. Tayuda wins. 'Twas a short-lived victory. Or stoned, at least. Stones, Tayuda. Or stoned, at least. Then you get stoned. And indeed, a short-lived victory. And then especially when Flame Rouge also joins this set. And that's really bloody. That's pretty bloody. Okay, Temple Tongue. Someone who is versed in languages or familiar with the temple scriptures could help you translate what you found. So our daughter, question mark. You wonder who can translate these words. There's someone in your party who might be able to help. On the other hand, why is in the temple? It's the question. Do we think the scribe would do it or a wife who is in the temple? I guess we could ask why. Freaking Polystate can't be stoned in peace. Nope, apparently not. He lived was short. His life was short, but full of victory. We'll remember him once we scrub the floor clean of his blood. I'm gonna ask why first. Ask why to translate the words. Vi finds the next big challenge in. It's tricky, this one. Harm is the run, and Hogsmarch translates as risk, but not in the literal sense. Altogether, it's too late to run. So he was able to do it though. Able to translate it right. When the other guy might have not been able to, question mark? Maybe. Waste no more time on this then, I guess. Did I have everything correctly here? Hello, Merziashik. Welcome back then. You were gone for a while. There was a lot of catfighting in between here. I hope you enjoy your stay. Miss Vetsy has returned, yes. Plus, it's just impossible to get out of the floorboards. Welcome back, yes. So we have Ramlin Fleet. I'm not sure if I should have Fleet now there, considering the fact that he got wounded so badly though. Or, well, not badly maybe, but he got wounded. So maybe I'll put Brett instead into here. Just because at least Brett is also an archer and is not wounded. So just for that reason. At least like everyone did indeed get cured at least for one level. As in, he is not only slightly, minor injury, and then Fisk is not injured at all, and whoever might have been otherwise injured isn't injured either, so that's not too bad. That's gonna take 28 if I would wanna be healing Fleet now, so I don't think I wanna do that right away, but anyways, let's just continue then. Anita, okay. Or I'm not sure if I should be saying it like a Finnish Anita, or in some other way, but maybe that's good. And then immediately forget. Had enough of being called a lady. Just as Miss Anita comes back, I must leave. Aw. You have to leave, Jim. I was like thinking, how do you mean that? But okay. Good night and sweet dreams, Jim. I hope you have a great weekend. I hope you do manage to get in on Sunday. Which sparrows did you visit while being away from us, Anita? Have a great weekend, yes. I can call you Merzi, or Merviechik, or Anita. Whatever you wish. And yeah, good night, Jim. Good night. Yes, great weekend. Let's go to the old Keponan road then. Already broken and unkept, but still a decent road traversing the desolate lands near the spring of the Milky Mountains. We have very little Strixes. I'm worried. We barely make it here. One Strixes. As you approach the Doppelman here, Brett points at the stockade and cries, "What the hell is your voice?" "It's the Ansis. They're storming the gate." You decide to strike the abominations from behind with your companions. Soon it becomes clear that the stakes which have the NCs dismount will be in your way as well. You'll have to fight the NCs on foot. Alrighty. Good night and sweet dreams all. My name is Anita. You can call me how you want. Alrighty. Hyvää yötä ja kauniita unia. Yes. Kire, you're mixing the voices again. Such disappointment. Yes, I'm sorry. It wasn't easy. I'm sorry that I'm such a failure. We'll try this setup. I'm not sure about it, but we'll try it. We haven't tried most of these guys yet in battle, so it will be interesting, to say the least. So I know all of you. You're the magic user. You're an archer, obviously enough, and you are the healer, so This will be interesting. So both of these, on the other hand, are more like assassin type. And then you are the only one that is actually properly like a defensive guy. So I'm slightly worried about this, but I guess we'll see how this will be going. Increases attack by 1 energy to all members with this character when this character dies. Great. And there's all my spells in cards. We'll see how this will go. I just feel that I should have someone else that is also strong in here, as in more defensive focused. But we'll see, we'll see. Like, if I would be hitting just somewhere in here like this, that wouldn't be doing a lot of damage. If I would do a dead shot, it would take our health, but we would be probably able to almost at least kill someone like this. Well, not even remotely close, to be honest. So I guess I won't do that, at least as of yet. I think I will use the archer first, though, just because I can pretty easily do something nice with him. I wonder how was I able to exactly see their abilities like this, at least. Coercion. Devastating strike, pummel, sweeping blows and all that. What passive did you have? Dodge. Increases your defense by 3. Does not end your turn. What cards did I have for first turn? Until next turn, though that defense is not active very long. Increases health, reduces health. That, of course, if I could be using it to this guy and then almost kill it, then that would be, for example, pretty possible, because I think this guy is very annoying. Yeah, it does the Pillar of Ash and then focusing. So I don't like this guy. So I would love to be able to get rid of it, for sure is. So I could pretty much be almost killing this. I wonder which spot you exactly will be going now into. Does this mean that you walk all the way into here to be able to shoot, or what? I don't like it then necessarily very much, but I'm not sure does it mean that or not. Yeah, it means that you exactly... How far do you need to walk? That's really far. I don't like that at all. I wasn't sure how far you had to go and walk. Okay, he used the card. Good to know. I don't like you being there at all, but because this guy is at least this low health, then I shall use it on you and just kill you off at least. So we can at least have one off. I'm really worried for our archer, but not much we can do right now otherwise then. Ouch. Also don't like that. What about our healer? What magics did you have? So this increases your energy by 12. Meditation. Focus. 8 energy increases your health. Okay. Increases energy of a party member by 5. Increases health of a party member by 6. And increases your attack by 1. So, if I would want to be doing this to him, you would need to walk into here, right? I think so. I guess I could do that, or I could just be healing her. Both of those options are pretty good, to be honest. Like, sure, I would like to also get him just out of this area, but that's not gonna happen immediately after all. I guess I'm gonna try to heal him just because he's pretty wounded right now, so just do that. Okay. Ha, we actually got into a fight in the stream. We did indeed. I guess you have written proof now, Flame. Okay, what did you guys say? I have to pause this for a moment. Okay, Kira, you're mixing the voices. Yes, Flame Elaine on the pressure. Guys, you are so nice. Yes, nice to know. By the way, if you do Discord, there's a link under the stream. Yes. See this? I'm nice, says Flame Rouge. Yes, you're so nice. I guess you have written proof now. Yes. Therefore, I'm definitely not criticizing Kira constantly. I have been this now. Yeah, totally. Huh? We actually got into a fight in the stream. Yes, and at least once. It's not a cat type of fight. Yeah. And not cat fight. Yes. Why is why? Yes. Why is a very white guy. I think I will take you in the battle. I'll do the parry from here. No, I guess I should be taking you more into here just because we need someone more in front, and you are definitely the one that is best for that purpose. Let's just get your energy completely down then at least. And then there's a little bit of extra defense. You have of course lost health because of that card you used before, which I'm not quite happy about. Ouch. Okay. So then what? You could easily go and try to get some of this energy down, this guy's energy. Let's see what you guys had. Increases attack of a party member by 2. Okay, interesting. Power absorption. Deal 8 damage to energy and increases your energy by 8. Interesting. And then just an attack. And spirit armor. Reduces attack of a party member by 1 and increases defense by 4. In effect until next turn. Cooldown by 2. Well, let's try to see about using this, I think. Just as a security. He is the one most in front, so he is the guy that is most in danger in that sense. I guess I could then just go into here and increase your attack maybe a little bit. Yeah, sure. Okay, he's using another card. I'm not quite happy about that. I'm not sure what that card was that he used. What abilities did you have? You are someone with a whip, and then the offering for health. Increases health of a party member, and then mass defense. I don't like that either, to be completely honest. But not sure I can do too much about that right now at least. Let's see. So my abilities are then cover. Why? I know that song. I felt the knife in my hand and she laughed no more, which of course fitting, very fitting. Energy by 5 and all damage received is dealt to health. Damage received is equal split between health and energy. Not sure. Double strike we don't need. It's too efficient anyways, kinda. Yeah, this way you already kill him anyways, so that's good. That's very nice. Even increased health from that. Quite satisfied with that anyways. You can only reach this guy, which I guess we will do, just because, sure, these both are still something that will act, and will probably come for you then next, but I think it's still a good idea for us to actually act. Your running distance, we don't have to do that. All damage received is dealt to energy. Increases your defense by 3, and energy by 4. In effect until next turn. Let's activate this one. So we have some defense. And then we can just strike this guy. And increases your health by 7. Nice, bloodletting. Let's take some of his energy down. It's almost down then at least. Almost completely down. Yeah, those counterattacks of course happen, which I'm not quite happy about. Ouch. Not too bad though. I'm not sure what you can even do from there, so I'm not too unhappy about that factor. Attack of a party member. Let's see, did we have a good card for, at the moment, increases health, increases defense until that, yeah. Not sure about that. I would like to be able to move out of the way with you as such. But on the other hand, I would also just like to be actually fighting a little bit, so I might just take you into here first and then maybe start doing some damage. I think I'll do that. Maybe I shouldn't have taken you there because this guy can reach you better now, I think. But anyways, at least this will be increasing your defense. Oh yeah, because they do have the counter attack, right? So that's why you will be actually, well, this way you won't lose any health. Maybe because he won't have any more energy. Is that the reason? Because I think that will probably not be the same way if we would be using it to this guy and used it for the energy. No, it still is the same way. Not sure why it is then that way. Well, then I will use this so we can just get some more extra defense. And to be honest, maybe I should just increase the defense of a party member by 6. Yeah. Let's use anger. But it actually does end your turn, doesn't it? So I'm not sure actually about that then. Because it doesn't say that it doesn't end. So some more defense for you anyways. Yeah, you did lose a lot of energy from that though. From that counter attack. I don't like you. Now they have all their turns active, so to speak. Let's just increase your defense, I think. Even more so, just in case if they will be doing something mean, so to speak. Okay, you attacked her. Okay, what do we want to do? We are in a little bit of a dangerous situation in a sense, or at least to me. Could I just try to go and kill this guy? I can. You would be pretty much dead then though. And this guy would still be a danger. I could. I'm not sure if that's the best plan though. And yeah, exciting fight, isn't it? I'm not sure how we'll survive. But yeah, I guess she wouldn't laugh anymore. I mean, you killed her, you monster. Maybe this will make it more exciting. I love you. Okay, links will never die. Yes, a lot of links. Everyone's just linking and linking and linking. Lots of links. I'm tempted to just try to go here and kill this guy with her. I'm not sure if that's the best plan though. Dead shot. This guy would definitely be killed with that. This guy would almost be killed with it, which is annoying because it's not quite killed. I'm just gonna do this. It might mean that she's gonna die for a moment. Increases your health when you kill an enemy, which is at least something, but it's not quite necessarily good enough. Increases your energy and all damage it's dealt to health. Does not end turn. Maybe I should do this then rather, so that they can't necessarily kill her quite that easily. And then try to do this? Maybe. I'm not sure. Because this is on the other hand quite risky business to do, for sure is. Very risky. Yep, I was afraid that someone will definitely want to try to come and kill her. Yep, that happened. I was thinking that it will happen most likely, because really, well, she will be injured. She's alive, but injured. But I knew that that would happen, which is not really the best idea in general, but I had to try still, you know? I had to try. It's just, in general, not the best idea. It's just, I don't know exactly how to use these guys for the best way, so to speak, you know? Just come back a little bit and try to shoot this guy down. Sure. You're pretty safe anyways in that direction unless they use a guard or something. So you should be fine as it is. That's a problem. More so though. At least there was a little bit of a defense yet still. And the problem is that I have to be moving with all of these guys still. So increases health by 10. I'm not sure if this could be in any way keeping you alive though. You most likely will, but otherwise I'm not quite sure. Maybe I'll just increase it for you, so that at least you wouldn't die, hopefully. I was thinking that where are you going, but all the way here to kill the archer. And then also you. I'm not actually sure how that happened. Why did that happen, Toad? I'm not sure about this at all. Well, let's kill this guy. Unless you will have a lot of energy. I guess I should have done this already before. I should have definitely used that ability before. Oh well. Can't be helped. Yes, so Arceus boss fights super one especially. That song fits perfectly. One of the best songs in Yakuza 0, definitely. Yakuza 0 song, eh? Well, I got that. I have this on my to-watch list on YouTube, so I listen to it quite a lot. Yeah, okay. As before, it was several hundred videos that I never got around to. He has some pretty funny sketches. I'll have to check him out. Honestly, turn-based combat is a bit questionable for streams, but gladly there's more to this than watching the game happening. Dress choices are immensely flashing in my eyes. Yeah. I'm not sure how good it is anyways for... This ends the turn, right? Yeah. So I guess the best that I can do is just to heal. Really, with you. You will be the next one that he will target, yes, but that's not necessarily that bad of a thing. Think we will just do some damage. A little bit of a knockback. Should also use that more with you, I would bet. That power absorption is really good though. Deal 32 damage to energy, increase your energy by 32. I just didn't realize how good it was actually. This on the other hand isn't really very amazing at all. I guess I'll do this. I didn't actually mean to do it, but I did accidentally already do it. I'm kind of hurrying a little bit too much now, to be honest. So, what can you do? Sure, let's just use this one. I didn't actually realize that it used your health that much, but I'm very happy that that failure of mine didn't go back more, or didn't bite me more. Because I didn't look at all that it actually used a lot of your health. But fine, at least we won. But it was a little bit of a... Yeah, it was not patient fight. Because I'm partially wanting to just read your messages too. I just like almost every song in this game. Karaoke and Maharaya dances included. Hey, we at least got a new ability. The problem with some of those cards is though that they are something that you can use so long time like later on than what would be preferable. But yeah, all of those three guys got injury, at least not everyone. At least I know those couple of characters a little bit better now, so they will be easier to use in the future, just for that reason in itself. So, the Palisade Gate does not open immediately. You feel that you are being watched. Finally, a squat man comes out to meet you. You recognize your old comrade, Vekan. You fought in many campaigns together. Aw, pizza was one of the biggest disappointments. That's sad. That is very, very sad. Menzi. Of course, in that sense, it's easy to say just a Mervy Eshik, because it's the name that I can see immediately all the time. But, you should have brought a spellbook, kid. I guess you need to build a mage skill first, possibly. Oh no, disappointed bit is like a betrayed by friend. Yes, it is. What voice should Vekan have? Should I do a whispering voice for Vekan? Which would be kind of weird considering he's a freaking red-bearded guy who looks pretty burly, and then have a whispering voice over him. Vekan hurries towards you. Well, maybe his voice just has been going very bad. Torn Brennin, by thunder and lightning. Maybe not exactly whispering, but that might fit. I never dreamt I'd see you here. I'm so glad, friend. You can't even imagine. Get your companions inside before the abominations return. There'll be another attack. I'm not sure about this. Vegan draws you into his mighty embrace. His strength has not diminished since you last met, but maybe his voice has. But you managed to wrest yourself free. Easy there, old bear. Tell me what's going on in your stockade. I would not eat my friend. Would you not? What do vegans sound like? I don't know. What do vegans sound like is a very good question. Scratch one would out of my sentence. Yeah. Ask why the gates weren't open immediately. Find out how Vegan knows that more abominations will come. Vegan lowers his voice. I was wondering about that myself. You see, this old healer Sheila arrived at the stockade and started raving about it. I almost threw her off. That's when the abominations appeared. And then it happened again. From then on, I've listened to every last word she said. You can look around. She turned out to be a seer. I never thought seers were real. I'd like to talk to her. Perhaps she'll predict something useful for me. Ask why the gates weren't open immediately for you. The chief watchman makes a helpless gesture. They distracted us, those son of a sea urchins. Some of them climbed over the palisade onto the other side. It took some time to beat them back. Ran back to the gate and carefully observe what was outside. You brush off the remark. We're managed here by ourselves. It's not our first time to face these abominations, even though we almost died. End the conversation and return to the men here. Vegan puts a hand on your shoulder. If I were you, I wouldn't be so rash. We have the plague too. One woman who used to be a man here for every sneeze tried her luck already. She touched the stone, and that was the end of her. We found a mark on her neck, and if she'd been choked by a fear noose, as if she'd. Everyone stays away from the ark now. A wave of disappointment washes over you. Damnation, it's Albius all over again. Did you see a monster with grey skin by any chance? The chief watchman expression becomes grave. No, it was just the masked ones. I wouldn't be surprised to see a monster though, but I'm not a dog rat, hiding in a dark corner. This is a good place for a praetor. Please, make yourself at home. When the abominations come, I'll give the signal. Will you aid an old comrade? You not? I will. We're not going to stay long, but we'll give any abominations that approaches the gate a warm welcome. If any crawl through, we'll let you catch them. This is your home turf. In the meantime, we need to rest. Vegan's whispers are leaks below Kide's own. Yeah, well, I didn't do those type of whispers. It seems like they are more female whispers, you know, than male whispers. Yeah, I did meet one vegan at work. She was alright. Made great cake. Don't ask. Really, I know some lovely vegan people. Mostly I just never would eat their version of cheese. I gotcha. So this is of course where we have to go at the end, but we don't have to go there yet. I guess we'll just talk more to Vegan first. How many years has it been, Vegan? About 10? I thought you'd be captain by now. Why didn't you apply elsewhere? I'm surprised to find you here. It just happened, Torn. After that Palian campaign, I served under your brother-in-law, Bran Fishy. I'm lucky I managed to get out of the capital. He didn't like me much. Maybe because I can't shut up. Maybe because of my friendship with you. So no, I never made captain. That's unfortunate. Why didn't you find me? I could have put in a word for you with your father-in-law. I guess the local watch would have been much worse off with you, without you here, though. Where did the Ensis come from? Who knows? The first few seemed to pop out of thin air right beside the men here. The rest swarmed in from the outside. I lost too many men, soldiers and villagers alike. The abominations don't seem to be wearing any armor, but they're hard to kill. It's like stabbing a jellyfish with an oar. That's quite a thing, jellyfish with an oar. We must have been lucky. Our losses were far fewer. The village of Dunford suffered the most. About 100 locals died. some torn limb from limb while they were still alive. How can such abomination exist? No matter. We've made mincemeat out of tougher enemies. With your help, we'll stand our ground. Sheila will warn us of approaching danger. Did the plague make anyone lose their mind? Every other man has a mark on his neck, but I think everyone has their fists about them. Sheila, the healer, brought some ointment. It doesn't stop the disease, but relieves the pain. There isn't much of it, but we make do. Make do? Cripes. Did you even send for help? Your cards are completely spent. Do you think I've been twiddling my thumbs here? Of course I sent a messenger. Two, in fact. But no answer from Ursus. I just hope they're not dealing with trouble of their own. If they are, our backwater town will be the least of their concerns. Most likely the case. I don't understand why they have to mimic meat in the first place. Vegan food is good without all the unnecessary stuff. It is kind of weird to have to be like mimicking meat, to be honest. Rabbits. They had their own version of cheese. Their version of cheese. I already hate their meat versions. I would rather drop meat altogether than eat meat substitutes. And yeah, agreed also into that. What can you tell me about Bran? I take it, out of Valhalla. So he's Jarana now. He gained the old king's trust, and now just what he pleases. He's in Ursus at the moment. It's a good thing that he wasn't a match for the local commander, Shek. The king trusts Shek more. What are the officials in Jarana thinking? Can't they taste the difference between honey and shit? Can they? Could you guys? Whenever I hear, what can you tell me about? Yeah, I've been saying that quite a few times, haven't I? Hello, Zesty, we welcome to you too into the streams. They got off from the same sleazy cloth. All the honorable men joined Crown Prince Trick's army, leaving only scum in the king's court. Lesser nobles are making a stink, of course, but they're not picking fights. Bran has a full squadron of mercenaries. We should keep a low profile in Ursus. Bran was the reason I moved to Albius. I'm a fit of rage. In a fit of rage, his father left everything to my children. If Bran already had a bone to pick with me before, I'm sure he wants me dead now. Alright, I'll see to my duties. So much for remembering old times, huh? Couldn't relax then? Can't do it now. Well, I want to hear about your family, Thorn. I'm still a bachelor, but you know. You're a married man. How are the children? My daughter is right here. She fought beside me. I taught her the moves. My son is serving in the capital. As for Licky, she died in Albius. Goodness gracious. My condolences, Thorn. I was wondering why you were out of sorts. Forgive me, friend. I'll stop pestering you. Pestering you even, and postering. Wait, what have I been putting in my tea? I don't know. Tayonda, what have you? From one of the John Drones videos, I think it's from the Birdemic one. What thing? Oh, what can you tell me about the Reapers? And yeah, what can you tell me about? True enough. Then the question is what to do. Probably market. The looming danger does not prevent merchants from making money. Strix's glisten from the vendor's stall make you consider selling vegan about their magic properties. You still remember the time when you saved each other's lives after all. Let's tell vegan about the Strixes. I gotta. Even though we are 100% low on Strixes and I need them a lot, I gotta tell. You share everything you know about the Reaping with your old friend Vegan and tell him about the useful properties of the unusual gems. It seems like you get your point across. Vegan thinks it's over. Thank you, comrade, but I'll pass. I don't have extra money for gems or any chance to look for them, since I'm not leaving the stockade. I believe you'll need them more than I will. There we go. Yeah, it's me, calm down. I know what I am God, but you can't treat me like normal person. Don't listen to him. Evening, sir. Who knows? Let's see, what do we have here? Dreamcatcher, a woven decoration often hung above the bed to ward off nightmares and ensure better sleep. Energy +2. And then health +4. Fraud iron rings like this are worn in a fight, one on each finger. They let the enemy feel your fist of iron if anything else, though it's just usually not a weapon. Then steel bracelet. This, a white bracelet, is not for a decoration. It shields the fist from enemy blades. Each scratch upon it is a souvenir of victory. Then a Menhir figurine. Ooh, 18 Strixes. Some time ago, these figurines were priced as souvenirs. They're purposely carved out of a real Menhir shards, but there's no way to verify that. And then Strix pendant. According to an ancient tradition, rulers award these pendants to outstanding warriors. It's not a captain's insignia, but it's made to resemble one. The Strix inside is quite real though. Then increases defense by 20, defense by 20, and a deadly balance. Reduces health by 50 to a random enemy unit and reduces health by 50 to a random party member. Yay! I would love to get some of those things, but I can't really afford everything. And then sacrifice stuff, especially this stone skin seems interesting. 20 increase to defense is pretty nice. This shop sucks. No more trauma thingies. I'm sorry. But on the other hand, I got all my trauma from you, so if I treat you like a normal person, I would not bother to read your request to treat you as a normal person, so I guess we're at the paradox. I can't traumatize you enough on my own, god damn it. You're all above normal. I do think I need... How do I have more gold? Don't I have more gold than I used to have? Did I get some money from the combat? Probably. I guess I got also more Strixes from the combat. Maybe I should buy stone skin fragments then, because I kind of would like to get the stone skin. The 20 increase in defense is very nice. Even if it's just in effect until next turn. I do kind of wonder, is next turn all the turns that you have, like, with your full party? Or just the one turn? I think the full party, right? Question mark? Not sure. I am interested about this though, or this. Doesn't really matter which one. Strix pendant or Menhir figurine. I guess I could at least get this. Lot more Strixes is, I think, still a good idea to get. But should we then get some stone skin fragments? Sare, can you tell me, does this mean in effect until next turn mean the full turn, as in all the different characters in that one turn having to move, or... I like this wizard dude, good. You already have the stone skin, you can't really be a Twitcher without it. Maybe. But why can't I buy even more stone skin? Isn't it a good idea to have even better stone skin than just one layer of stone skin Flame Rouge? And you know, like no one else does, Stevie. You don't like me, or Flame Rouge, or Sare, or anyone else. Just Visse. Okay then. Sadness. Anyways. I just had to say that too. I had to. I don't know what to do with my money is. I'm gonna go away at least for now. I assume I can maybe return. Maybe I can't. Maybe I can't. You're about to leave the market when you notice Toad. He's holding a wooden comb, looking wistful. Aren't its teeth a bit long for your locks, you ask? Holt tosses the comb back onto the stall and lets out a disapproving snort. This isn't for me. I haven't visited Ursus in a long time. There's a woman here, there. I want to buy her a gift, but it's so hard to choose. Oh, a gift for a woman. What would you guys give for a woman as a gift? Overdone my charm, outshining our supreme leader. Probably, I'm not certain anymore. You need all the fragments before you can use the card, yes. No, just Visse, and I'm here because Visse is here. See, I knew that, Stevie. I knew it. I knew it. Sadness. You're wrong. What kind of woman is she? You're a prince, for God's sake. Holt looks at you in bewilderment. I'm talking about my old nurse. Her name is Tant. She nurtures and raised me. She always held her tongue, the good woman. What do you think I should get her? She's no dictionary, but she already has everything she needs. You shrug. In that case, it doesn't matter what you get. It can be anything. A comb, a shawl, a brooch. If she cares about you, any gift will bring her joy. Pick whatever calls out to you. Well, that was our only thing to say to him about that gift. He likes you guys. You can keep him. You can keep him. Good. Alrighty. Well, Fleet, what about you? With Vegan's permission, Fleet examines the dead NCs. Oh, interesting. Dead NCs lie at the bottom of the palisade. One of them is missing his mask. You stop to examine his pale, refined feminine features. No doubt he's from another land. The strange swords glisten in the nearby grass like so many shards of glass. You notice Fleet shambling among the bodies. He stoops, picks up the NC's curious weapon, and regards it intently. You approached him. Diamond, I have moved on. Just forget me, it's over. I don't know about the gift, but my go-to pick-up line is, hey, want to come back to my place to play Nintendo? Oh, even to your nurse, eh? Don't give a book. It really hurts if she rejects it angrily. Flowers are good for that. True. Has that ever happened to you, Viseneko? It seems like you're talking from experience with that book. This is neither the place nor time, Sas. Is it not the time and place? Then I don't think you should give roses, Visse. Yeah, true enough though. They do have a lot of spikes. So they're kinda spiky. I see curiosity has overcome fear, no? What are you looking for? Comparing ink marks to bloodstains? Why are you staring at the NCs? I'm curious. They are foreigners, they're swords. In the old chronicles, there are instances of the Quira wielding the laches. Some people believe that the NCs and the Quimra are the same people, or that perhaps the Quimra are their descendants. Noticing your bewilderment, laches are what old scribes call these swords. The wielder, they say, commands the blade by pure thought, and his lance only answers to him. The Quimra, well, they're a nomadic tribe that lives on the other side of the Milky Mountains. Legends of the Quimra abound. Normally I'd have brushed them away as old wives' tales, but now I'm not so sure. What can you tell me about the menhirs? Why are these NCs so intent on getting to the menhirs? There aren't that many of the abominations. If each Berganan kingdom sent just one brigade to every stone, the NCs wouldn't stand a chance. Can your manuscript explain that? That I cannot answer, Thorn. Either I haven't read enough or even the scribes don't know such things. It has been noted, though, the NCs often appear by the sacred stones once a reaping begins, since they seem to come out of nowhere. Walls can't stop them, and men struggle to fight them. What can you say about the reaping? I don't know what to make of it anymore. It's always thought those legends. I've always thought those legends were nothing more than a tall tales, but these events have proven me wrong. Rack your brain, you might remember something. We need every bit of knowledge that might help us. That's why I'm wandering here. I'd gladly consult my scrolls, but I left them all in Oda. If anything useful springs to mind, I'll come to you straight away, Captain. I have to go now. Well, what's happening? Oh, Summer Knights also arrived here. Welcome to the stream for you too. And hopefully you've had a good week as well. Let's see. There are only ladies here, Summer. No romance involved. Yes, totally. Yes, and I'm a white cis male. Only women's good. Yes, we are all women. For sure is. All ladies. We are all ladies here. There's no men involved at all. Oh my. Ramlin. Ramlin admires the stone arch from the spot. He's picked a spot with a good view of the men here. Let's go and visit him next. You keep staring at the arch. Never seen a double men here before, have you? No, I haven't. Never even ventured this far out. I've heard of 1,000 men here too. When I was a kid, my Kani told me the story of a warrior who walked between two menhirs and was rejuvenated. That must be a Vantil tale. I'm not familiar with it. Do you think it's about this particular menhir? If so, the Vantil must have traveled far from home. Just like my granny. She used to tell me stories about her homeland. She said she'd never have left, had she not fallen in love with my grandfather. The heart wants what it wants. I'll think about your story. It's hard to separate truth from fantasy nowadays. Did you not count Kide as a woman? Wow. Yeah. So how many shamis do I get then? 9 it seems. Yeah. Apparently I'm not a woman. Not at all. I don't know. Maybe Highness doesn't need to be a woman or a man. I'm just a Highness. I'm not a girl. Where do then menhir? Let's go and visit the menhirs. There's 2, like this. On the hill, 2 sacred stones lean towards each other, forming a giant arch. Walk under the archway. I'm not gonna touch the menhir. I think that would be a bad idea. You walk between the menhir stones, careful not to touch them. A divine force watches over you and you suddenly feel at peace. Your wounds are healed, your mind settled. Seeing that you're unharmed, the others follow your lead. Ooh, that's interesting. So in that way we were able to get a healing without actually touching it. We just walked underneath it. Yay! Oh, that's nice. Not gonna touch it. Thank you very much. Thank you, menhir stones. Very much appreciated. I'm not watching, only listening, so yes, of you I knew you weren't. Yes, totally. It's not like I sound like a woman or anything like that, so it's quite obvious that I'm a man. I'm the only man in this group. Everyone else is a female. So it's Summer Knights. You can cater your party in the parks and issue commands. So yeah, I can be setting my party a little bit differently. And there's a couple with level up, so I think I will be having a look into that for sure in the meantime. Okay, good night, Mercy. Anita, I think it was, right? So good night and sweet dreams to you, Anita. Alrighty, let's go and have a look into the level ups on the other hand. What do I want for you? So this would be skill +1 to attack distance. I like that idea that you could actually attack from a distance though. I do have to say that. Yeah, I think I'll just get a little bit more attack distance with you. I like that. I like that a lot. Then what about your bowman skills? Archery master. +1 to attack distance, +1 to attack damage. Unlock skill focus. What would focus do? Is my question exactly. Focus would be increases your health by 14. It's nice. Like if you actually go on first turn, go and attack really well, and then you go on and heal, and then you can attack again with it, basically even, or just would be not that vulnerable. I think I'll take the archery mastery though, first level at least of that. So many characters that I don't know who all to use. I'm not even sure if this energy one should be with you or not. That's a Russian username, yes. Manly man, yes. Okay. But yeah, I got spirit armor, but I didn't have that stone armor, so that is still something that I could consider going and buying. Those stone thingies, stone skins. Start getting some fragments that direction. I guess I'll try to go and buy this. It's not like now I have at least one of the fragments into that and then a second one, so maybe I can have that at some point. I don't want to buy all, but I kind of like the defense the most, I'd say. On the other hand, as us, it's nice that we are all healed up now, so it didn't really affect us too much, even though we got pretty badly killed and all there before we won, so that was important. Maybe the Seers might be having a whispering voice on the other hand, considering I talked about that before. Diota certainly isn't a man. They're still dropping, you know what I mean. Certainly. The Seers might know something useful. It's worth talking to her. Let's go. Good day to you, Sheila. My name is Ton Prunin. I arrived here just recently, but I've heard so much about you. Could it be that the gods have sent you to my aid, or is it pure coincidence? Now that I'm trying to think then, do I do that voice or not? Or in a whispering voice? Nothing is a coincidence, Dawn. I'm also my own master, and I know do bidding of others. But you're here for a reason. The gods have probably told you many things. What do you want? There. So Stevie is doing then a lot of things. He knows. Many things knows. I don't know. You must already know what I want. It's not every day that one meets a seer, let alone a seer whose prophecies come true. Spooky. Yes, seer voices are spooky. Yes, Summer, we all know what you're talking about. Okay, so this is more of an important choice, I wonder, because there's this marker. Automode can't catch me. Yes. That's a great thing. When you are, you got the power, so to speak. Perhaps you could give me an idea of where I should be going. You don't need my ideas, Thorn. From here, the only way leads to Ursus. Try your luck there, though I can't promise I'll be on your side. Okay. If every man here is imbued with poison, we'll find no cure in Ursus. Or is there something else apart from the stone? What awaits me in that city? So many pictures. It's not once, but who? Look for Arunda to heal her. She may be the only one who can help you. Alright, I shall pay her a visit, unless she's disappeared from the city again. Time to hit off the switch. Is your ointment for sale? It is not my ointment. It is for 700 years, but I've only found a use for it now. They rub it in every neck within reach. I brought some from Ursus and gave it to old Wagon. Why do you need it? It only relieves the pain. It's not a Strix. It won't protect you. So it's not a protection. Oh gosh, the whisper. The whisper in sounds, yes. Never. Where is Grimes here, is the man? What is this? ASMR? Well, I'm making at least some voice different, so that's the thing. The Strixes are melting. Are you successing? We wander all around all the terminal looking for them until the reaping abates. You won't wander long. Sooner or later you'll return to where fate requires you. If you don't perish along the way, of course. I'm the master of my fate. Only I decide how and where I go. Perhaps you know the way to stop the reaping. Don't worry about the reaping, Thorn. The time has come for each of us to face our foes. Especially your companion, the older one. He's tired and weak. Do you mean Krigar? What's gnawing at him? Some sort of illness? Perhaps something he craves? Can I help him? You have no way of helping him. Krieger is the only one who can heal. Can beat back what's devouring him from within. It'd be best to kill him before he hurts those he's meant to protect. Protect. Kill him. Are you mad? No matter what you see in the future, Krieger will never betray us. Of that I'm sure. Let's not discuss it further. To be honest, I haven't trusted Krieger completely myself. I learned everything I wanted to, Sheila. I need to go now. Sheila, I'm sorry. Is it possible that I've seen you before? We've never met, I'm sure, but there's something oddly familiar in your eyes. I wandered far and wide. We could have encountered each other's. At my age, details escape me. Here, wear this bracelet so that I recognize you next time. Don't take it off. These aren't Strixes, but they aren't pebbles either. You'll find them useful. If you cross paths with Undine Ursus, tell her that the souls must be preserved. Remember those words exactly. The souls must be preserved. I will, and thank you. I guess I should go now. Find father before he starts getting worried. There was one. I don't know where this is going since the present I brought for Licky was something that could help Krigar. Interesting. Interesting. So that's interesting, at least difference then. So no more, at least for the moment, of any ASMRs or some such ASMRs. But a little bit different. I'm not sure if I should buy even more Strixes. To be honest, I probably need them. But on the other hand, I wouldn't want to spend all my freaking money. I'm around. Flame Rouge, she completely escaped from my whispers at least, so maybe those were too much noises in his head. A man of culture, they have. Krigar, your old comrade sits alone by the inn. Thank gosh, no more of it for now. I wasn't sure how to feel. About the ASMR, you mean? Or the whispers. But it's not like it was going to be that long of a time. Your old comrade sits alone by the inn. Why are you sitting here all by yourself? Do you seek to drink or just choosing not to? You look pale. Old wound acting up. 5 out of 5. What the hell was his voice? Ark. There's too many guys who I need to make voices to. I need help. Some wounds are inflicted from within, Thorn. It's like ice in my chest. I have to tell you something. In Albius, I deserted. I abandoned my post and my men. I should have stood my ground once shit started happening, but I chickened out. Bolted as soon as the Reaper thing vanished. I'd run for my life and into Fisk. That's when my shame caught up with me, but the fear's still there, eating me up inside. Save me. You need to rest, my friend. Take a breath and put this nonsense out of your head. I cannot rely on anyone but you. Now, that's better. Get yourself together and return my right-hand man to me. Deal. Alright, Thorn, I'll do my best. Well, we'll see if he can do his best. Get some voice changer. Yeah, that would be lovely. I should just have a program all the time in the other side, and then I would be making it go like, I need a lot lower voice, and then it would make it really weird sounding. Because really, when you just lower a voice like that with the Audacity, for example, it just feels very strange and weird. Very, very strange. I don't think there's anything else that I needed to do though, right? You can just go on forward. Probably have one more fight before the end of the stream for today. Yeah, hotkeys labeled with character names. Tent. Cirrus might know something. Do we really need to go to Cirrus again? Apparently so. So hey, more whispers. I'm sorry guys. It's not gonna probably be too long, but I made that her voice would be that, so it will be that. It'd be pretty cool, but you'd probably end up with even more voices to try and remember. That is true. Like, robotic voices would be pretty easy to remember, but there's so many guys here to already introduce that it's impossible to remember all of them, even remotely, to be honest. I think they've generally done that with some Star Wars audiobooks, probably. But like, if you can make them all at once, that's way easier than like making them this way when, well, characters don't just stay the same, as in you change between different groups to begin with, and even then, even if you would just stay with one group, you play this game once in a week, so I think they generally done that in, yes, some of those. Okay, you returned, have you? You must still have some questions. Okay. Oh, no, yes, gate. Gate is the place. Like, it's weird when there's also the red here. But no, that's not the thing that I had to do. Gate. You could wait for the NCs to attack the gate. It's running all over the place. Sure. Let's go there. Let's have a fight. There's no sign of the NCs yet. The watchman will signal the moment he spots enemies from his watchtower. You wonder whether you should wait for the attack at the gate or finish your business in the stockade first. Stay put until the NCs arrive. I think I've done all that there needs to be done. You doze off for a while for the enemy, waiting for the enemy. The sound of a horn wakes you. You'll give these abominations a proper reception. Before the battle begins, you notice Krieger stumble and clutch his throat. When he looks up again, there's nothing but madness in his eyes. Yay! Well, it's good that I didn't use him as a main one, for sure is. So we're fighting against our old companion, that's good. Well, ain't that just great? Yes, that was great. Well, hey, at least this is something that Sarah had also not seen, because you were actually having an item that could help this guy. Do I want to use all of these guys? Sure. And yes, rest in peace, Krieger. He is gone. I hate it when people do that. Yes. Okay, so we have all these and then we have Krieger. That's good. That's very pleasant factor in all of this. Surely is. Let's put you a little bit more into the back, I think. You definitely need to be in the front more so. Let's just make sure this guy isn't able to go into the... Well, on the other hand, you are kind of the weaker one too. So, maybe like this? Maybe. Yeah. Not quite sure about this though. As such, our cleric does have a lot more health, so I guess I'll put you a little bit more forward actually. Then maybe put you into somewhere into here to be ready to do something interesting. And yes, rest in peace. Okay. I didn't change any of the guards either. Not sure how this is gonna go because I don't like these guys over here. For sure is. Okay. So I could, for example, just go with you. And do this immediately because this is very nice. No. Was it this one? Power absorption, yes. I don't know why it did feel that it did so much more damage before. I don't know. Maybe that wasn't the one that I was thinking about. This on the other hand then has party member reduced attack and increases defense, increases your attack by 1. Or maybe I should just shoot with you. Dodge. I guess. It's so difficult to decide. And yes, this is definitely a fantasy universe. Nope. Yeah. I'm not sure if this is historically accurate. Nope, definitely not historically accurate. I mean, there's no giant snails that we see in old paintings that travelers were supposed to be fighting. Yes, absolutely. That's indeed the case. 100% sure. So this would take quite a lot of our own health. And all damage received. Let's just do a normal attack first. And start that way, I guess. Increase his health to this guy even more so. I can't say that's nice. Yeah, the wall. Can't say that's nice whatsoever. Parry. This would be the fight back and pushes back an enemy unit by 1 tile. Increases your counter attack by 7. Yeah, that's the reason there's a nice counter attack then. In effect until next turn, but that's only for a while anyway, so rather do something like a parry then. Well, it's also only for a while, but nonetheless. So this is to help to all surrounding units and pushes back all surrounding units by 2 tiles. Yeah, that's really good by the way, but not something we want to do right here now, but it's very good for sure with otherwise. Shelter. Increases defense of a party member by 6. It's difficult to sometimes just know which one to try to use, really. So I guess this is like 2 tiles away that we can do this. So I guess we shall do that. It's kind of the question always, do I want to take the energy or some health? But I guess the energy is better still. Nonetheless. Okay, so he has defense, he attacked. That's decent enough. It's just a shame to have to be killing him, but so it is. It is a must now. So, power absorption. We can do it all the way into there too, which is kind of nice, but I am worried about this guy first and foremost after all. Maybe I should use this archer first just to deal damage. Yeah, let's just shoot him a little bit. He's using another guard. Okay, energy down. That's not too bad if we're talking about that situation. Energy of a party member by 5 and increases your attack by 1. Increases your energy. Focus increases your health. Maybe something like that soon enough, but I guess I'll just attack with you first now then. It's taking so long to try to get this guy down at all. Or maybe I'll do this one. We'll do a decent amount of damage at least to his energy. It's just so slow to try to take Kirikar down first, and then there's all these others anyways. Okay. Energy, health. I guess I could just do this. I'm not sure I wanted to take you right there, but I guess that's fine. Then at least next we can just move with this guy. Ow, that was not nice. Not nice at all from you whatsoever. Not nice of you at all. Let's just go into here, I guess. So that we are a little bit closer to all of these anyways. And then to a little bit of a parry. Is this better? Question mark. I tried to look if it does anything else, but no. Fine. At least his energy is almost freaking down. Just takes forever, and then these guys are just doing things from really far away. But basically, that's the problem. I haven't really yet used a lot of this actually using health and then using energy, both in the very good way, so to speak. I'm worried about him now too, for actually, like, for certainty. Maybe I should use actually some health right away, so that he won't probably or possibly die so easily. Okay, let's have a look. I mean, there's not giant snails, but giant world snakes. Crazier things have been told about the real world. So what's the verdict so far? Banner Saga or Par on different, Mr. Shat? I don't know. Personally, at least, because I haven't played the other games, so it's not really like I could say very easily what would be my judgment call about this. So this has cooldown still, so I cannot use it yet because it's too strong of an attack. Maybe I should actually do a double strike with you. Like, I was thinking that I look into that. I wanted to use it to the energy anyway, so that's very annoying when that happened. That I accidentally already used it. I thought that I would be able to actually say that, hey, do it more like soon, but not immediately. But it did it immediately then, because I had it the wrong way. Of course, it's absolutely my fault, but anyways. Inspiration, health of a party member, heal, because I'm worried. I hope I can move soon then with some of these others. Okay, their turn new started pretty much. I cannot do that one yet, which is fine. What about with you? Well, at least this combat most likely turn-wise will go that far that I definitely have a need to use like or I can use some more better skills or cards. It's always your fault, even when it's not. Get used to it. Yes, I know. It is always. And you came back, Flame Rushi. You didn't say anything for a while there. Welcome back to the combat, where I probably will lose many and die and everything nice. So I will probably use that. Let's just do this, I guess, first. So freaking... It's just when he has also the defense, it's so freaking difficult to actually do damage to this freaking guy. Or actually kill him. I have to anyways shoot him at some point, so I guess I might as well do it now. Just shot. He's so freaking close to dying. Even though, of course, it's sad to kill Krigar, but, you know, it must be done anyways at some point. Okay, you have to do it now, or at least wound him. Maybe he won't be completely dead, but he is at least going to be wounded. Very much so. So let's boost this guy's damage then, for example, a little bit. Is there still anyone around to say Flame is a nice person? Says that Flame is not a nice person, so no. There's no one to say that Flame Rouge is a nice person. No one remains. Okay, number 3 turn, so I could use this reduce defense by 15. Which is nice if I need to get something like that active. For certainty. That has a long cooldown though. Like trying to think, they are all like here, so I'm really kind of annoyed about the fact that they're all just there like that. What things could I do with you? I could use inspirations. Increases your health. Let's just use inspiration, I guess. So that she will have a little bit energy, so won't be completely down on it. And that guy almost did nothing at all. What is this now then? So you also Synth Flame. I'm surprised you even noticed that I was away right in the fridge. Right in the fridge, I guess. I noticed. Indeed. You did it immediately when I was whispering even, so pretty rude. I don't believe you were not riding. Riding, I guess, not riding. Well, I hope you had got some nice food from there. Once again, I walked into this one. Yes, right in the fridge as usual, play. As you do. Yeah, it's very good. Deals 16 damage to energy and reduces defense of an enemy unit by 5. So, reduces defense of an enemy unit. Not necessarily something I need right away, but how is Shat doing, by the way? I don't know. That is a pretty nice shot as sus. It does use a lot of your energy though. But I guess it might be still worth it. If you wanna go and actually start attacking some of these guys. Ouch. They also have a very strong attacks. This will be difficult to win exactly, I would have to say. I think I have to start to be going actually close to them personally though. There's not really a lot of surrounding enemies, so it might be that I'll just do this. He's so freaking close to being dead this way, but not quite. So annoying. Why can't you just die? But no, you cannot die. I think I'll rather do this, just in case that someone wants to come and attack us actually themselves, so we have some counter-attack. And he actually did, so I'm happy with that in that sense. But of course the counter-attack doesn't work when he pushes us back. So there's that bad thing about that again. Let's see. So, power absorption. I could definitely kill this guy. Or I could just use it against this guy. As a possibility anyways. Increases your health. But you can only do it for this guy anyways, so that's not really necessarily that worthy of it. I'm just not sure if I want to use this freaking thing. Defense by 10, reduces health by 10. I could definitely use that, but in some sense I feel that maybe it would be better to use a little bit later. Delhin Freedom. Freedom, eh? Yeah, you missed quite a lot of whispers, yes, for sure. We Flame Rouge. I missed some whispers too, down. Well, that'll be penance for my sins of riding and riding the rich. Yes, so it is. I whispered all the way with the one freaking... What was the seer? The seer woman whispered. And I did it... indeed, as a... Well, also a different... like a person. Maybe she will talk again at some point, maybe she will not. We'll see. Music. Not sure about the music. Of course I could, I guess, use this, but then we will be at least taking you even more into a danger locations. Okay, all damage received is stealth to energy. Let's do this, I guess, at least. I guess I will try to do this. At least it will increase your health a little bit, so I'm happy with that as sauce. Maybe I can actually just try to kill you. Maybe. Maybe not. We'll see, I guess. It's kind of better to at least you have behind him, but I'm worried that you will indeed die. I'm worried pretty much that anyone and everyone will die, to be honest. So, there's that. We can easily kill this guy, that's for sure. Though I'm not sure if this is worth it, but we'll kill him, I guess. Just having everyone in a freaking row so that someone who does damage to the full row will be able to just absolutely destroy us. What the hell are you guys just doing there at the very back row? It's a shame that I can't do anything really nice with you. I don't want to walk way too much forward, so I guess I'll just walk into here or something. And then in turn. Ouch. Yep. And he's taken down, which isn't very surprising because this guy is also very freaking annoying. Very, very annoying. Dead shot. Cannot do this all the way into there. I would love to, but I very much cannot. And we know that this guy can also push back. Sure, we can also try to do such a thing. This is an idea. I guess parry rather than and just do at least some damage. As in vähän vahinkoa. Hobby of mine. Or she'll dog, whether she likes it or not, Kira. That's what YouTube is for. True, true. What way exactly? I play a few instruments. Shot will kill you. That's good. So we shall do that. And let's get you down. I'm just annoyed of those guys. They're just freaking there like that. The full freaking time. I hate them. I hate them. Absolutely hate them. Let's just heal you a little bit, I guess. I don't like this group. They are very annoying there. Absolutely annoying. Let's get at least a little bit closer. Even though I hate to get closer in a sense, but I kind of have to. And then at least get you a little bit more damage. Freaking hate this, guys. Just doing their things there the full time. Let's see. Effect in until next turn isn't a lot though. Did you get any energy back? All damage received is to health. Let's increase your energy a little bit. We have to do it at some point anyways. I'm just worried about getting a lot closer because of obvious reasons in my opinion. You're so full of hate, Kira. Why am I so full of hate? I love the boss. Well, because I hate those guys, yes, but they're just covering there at the back, all three of them. They're not even fighting. They're not doing a damn thing. I love the pose of the lady in your party. Looks like she's trying to become a mime. Possibly. She looks like she's doing some kind of ballet to me. Yeah, about something like that. Interesting. Getting just all of your freaking energy back, eh? I cannot say I appreciate that. So you're focused, and then Pillar of Ash deals 33 freaking damage. Which is a freaking lot of damage, and you could pretty much just kill anyone with it. Which I don't like. At all. It's number 20 turned or formed. Reduces energy by 20 to a random unit and increases health by 20 to a random party member. Sure, let's just use it. I'm not sure if that's a good idea to use right now, but we'll try it. Well, at least we got someone. Yep, you are the one that I was worried about, and of course you killed him. You freaking monster. Yeah, that's the problem, because I was looking that he's gonna do so much damage. This guy was the absolutely freaking problem here. And, yeah, that's what he did. Which one to do? I guess just do damage. In all honesty. Probably just need to do that. I hate you. And in some sense I don't even want to kill that guy. You know? Because he at least, at the moment, is someone who... So this takes still one turn to actually come back, so I'm also not happy about that. Think you will need to meditate. I'll just bring you a little bit closer and you'll meditate to increase your energy levels. I'm not sure I'm able to win this. Maybe I should have done the vulnerability on this guy, but I don't want to kill this guy until I know that this guy is almost dead. Because at least he's taking some time at the moment. Sure, he also is healing and so on and forth, but still. Maybe I'll just increase your attack a little bit. I did some ballet when I was 7-8. Yes, I remember that. No freaking 8, he's again going all the way down there. I hate you. With all my heart, I hate ya. Well. I would use all of my energy if I went all the way down there. So that's just great. Maybe I just need to go again a little bit forward, even though I don't like the idea, but what the hell am I supposed to do here? They're all freaking here. I shouldn't have lost the people that I lost. Is my opinion about this. Now he is attacking. Of course he is. Yep. Yep. I don't like this. I did not like these guys to begin with. So. Let's make you vulnerable at least, I guess. You're the one that is closest to us, anyways. That guy's just staying all the way back there and healing. Staying back and healing. You would be so almost getting him down, but not quite. But at least very close, now that he's vulnerable too. So I think I gotta try to do so anyways. I hate you. You're again going to kill someone because you have that freaking ability. I hate this guy. I absolutely hate that guy. No, we're at least gonna kill this freaking thing. Sword God as my nose smells a business deal. Buy my pedestal 50 shekels apiece. She has the high ground at least. Yes, kid, I can feel your anger. So to say. I hate this thing. And the problem is that I don't have mostly very good damage dealers. Sure, my archer is nice and all, but at least I can kill you too. But then again, there's the one left who is the worst. So I'm not sure this is actually going to be good enough. I'm not sure I'm able to do the win because this guy's left. Because he again increased his freaking energy by 1,000,000. I think I at least have to do damage to your freaking... I guess maybe I should look into if I can have some card that I can try to use. Yes, and then you killed the one that is doing great amount of damage and everything, because you can. Maybe I should have used the freaking that card. I just... Strike them down with all your hatred. I'm trying to, but this is really the biggest problem. Absolutely. This guy is killing me. Yeah, this guy. This guy did almost everything. So, play again. Thank you. Okay. I think I do like having Fleet there. I'm not sure if I should change some of the people though. I think Ramlin is good too. I'm not sure how well I'm able to use Y, to be honest. Maybe I should have just another freaking archer. They can do pretty good damage from far away. Not sure about the warriors. They could be staying alive, maybe a little bit better close by or in close combat. And yes, oh well. Your journey towards the dark side will complete. Yes. What about my cards? I don't remember. Deck. Is there something that is better? Help by 5. All party members. Test of Destructions increases attack by 7. Walking distance by 10. I like trying to think, okay, you can't walk far, right? That's what it means. But you then have a little bit higher otherwise. Reduces defense by 20 to all enemy units and reduces defense by 20 to all party members. That's really just very risky. It's so difficult to decide. Brett. Do I want to try another archer in the group? Archers are nice for long distance, for sure. They can't restore any health, however. But I'm not 100% sure. Maybe I should try another warrior, just so that we could actually try to go a little bit more into battle. Huh, well, you can get them for pretty cheap, so I guess that makes sense. Drums. Those drums. I do actually need to rest my eyes in a bit. Are you planning to go for longer? I'm gonna try to see if I can at least win this battle. Probably after that we will probably very soon end, I'd say. Archers are nice for a long distance strategic in action. Yes, I was thinking about that. Yeah, and very strategic, yes. But on the other hand, maybe I can take the warrior into the freaking close combat quicker. Because he will at least have some freaking more health. I think we kind of do lack health in this group, which is one of the issues. And I do hate, I think it was this guy that I hate. Yeah, he does all the time the Focus in and Pillar of Ash. So if I can in any way take care of this guy ASAP before they just buff themselves up there like freaking forever, that would be excellent, I'd say. That's fine. So yeah, this is one of the most annoying things ever. Maybe I concentrated too much into this guy. I'm not sure. So I could do a dead shot into this guy, but unfortunately not all the way into this guy anyways at the moment. So that's kind of not an option. I could kill immediately this though. Is he worth it? Is he worth to be killed immediately? He is, because he can cure and so on and forth. So I think that will be exactly what I want to do. Just kill him dead, so to speak. Just go and shoot him down. Unless he will not have a healer left. So that will not be too bad of an idea to get rid of that healer. I think one of my main issues, I do hate the fact that he has a lot of defense. Maybe I should try to see if I can do something about that. So you're that guy, you're just a whip guy, and you are also someone that can heal and cure. So basically there's 2 of those guys, and one of them is still left, which is unfortunate. Which is quite unfortunate. I could try to increase just an attack for someone. Maybe for you. Yeah, I can't actually get to you into there. Who then? Maybe warrior will be having increased attack. Yeah, of course you're going there. I hate you. At least you can't kill this guy that quickly. That's the one good thing about this idea. Okay. Yeah, it's what people usually think about when they imagine a percussion drum. Hence the warlock did nothing wrong, Kira. It's your fault for not being strong enough. Yeah. Kira, listen to this and give it into the dark side. That's the only way to beat them. Why Ramblin having a hatch sticking out of the back of his head in his little avatar thingy? Oh, this guy? Like, because it's the mage thingy, mage symbol, I think that. Because swords are a symbol of assassin or many different type of warriors, and there's bow stuff, and this is just like a talisman, so on and forth. Is what I think you mean. Let's see, what do these exactly have? Counterattack. I'm not sure if that's going to be good enough, but let's do this for example, and then just... Which one would be better? So this would increase our defense, it would just minimally take away his health, which isn't a lot, but of course it's better than nothing. This would take our health a little bit lower. I'm not sure I like that idea, so I guess I won't do that. Health or energy? Health or energy? Let's go for the health. Not sure. Maybe that can be a little bit quicker if I just go for the health this time around. I hate you guys so freaking much. They're just puffing around forever. And especially because I can't really relax when this guy's freaking middle of us. In the middle of us. At least I don't feel I can really relax. I'm kind of feeling that maybe I should just try to be moving here with some of these warriors though. That's freaking so slow when he has the defense up. Like double strike, sure, but it also is again going to be very... It's just going to take a lot of damage. Did I have something that increases defense, but I can't decrease defense yet. I can reduce defense when it's turn 3, but that's not now, so that's kind of the problem. So anyways, you will already use that amount of energy no matter how far in here would I then move. So I guess that's not going to be the logical choice, but let's move at least a little bit closer then. And maybe just do the parry. What else there is there to do? To at least have some parry. Hey, I'm kind of happy to see someone coming into this way in a sense. I'm not exactly happy, but slightly. At least he actually has some defense. It has something to do with the color of his skin. Got it. A really insensitive joke about the type of magic he's using, so I'll keep it to myself. It's fine, Blame Rouge. I can already guess what that is. I think I'm getting way too sleepy and stupid shit is flowing into my mind even more than usual. It's fine. Tell me in private. Black magic. Very black magic. It's the blackest of the black magics. I guess I might try to go into this guy rather than... or to this guy. Whatever. So this on the other hand is the heavy strike. But yeah, it almost would kill this, but you're so freaking low health that you're about to literally die. The problem is that this guy can kill you anyway soon, so it's not like it really matters too much then. I guess I'll just come into here first and try to kill you a little bit at least. Just you with the energy on the other hand, rather than the other one. Okay, he's using a guard to do damage. Fine. I'm like really thinking, should I be using something like this or not? I'm not sure at all. I'm not sure. It's so freaking difficult to decide sometimes which is the best move. Because on the other hand, I don't know if I should be concentrating into this guy that much. The problem is he's right here. I want to kill this guy, but I can't get to him. Not now anyways, so I guess I should at least do some damage to this guy, but yeah. So he probably focused now, right? No, I guess someone else did some sort of a move right there, but anyways. I can do a second level thing now, but I can't really do anything that special with that second level thingy, so... It might be even good that I would just reduce his health by 10, because that would make it a little bit quicker for me to actually try to kill that guy. Again, I can just barely reach these two, but I can't reach the one that is actually the biggest threat in my opinion. Well, with this I can, but not with the dead shot, which would be way more what I would like to do. But maybe I should still go and do this, because I would love to have his energy really down. But on the other hand, it's already then... It's not gonna really kill him, is it? Ask Commander Shepherds. They have Reapers in this game. Yeah, what's a Reaper? Well, it's a bad thing. Quit the game so I have my attention for chat and so I can actually see what this game is. Interestingly, XCOM 2 has so many Mass Effect relates mods that directly add characters to it. Only played the first one so far. Okay. You, on the other hand, are slow. Which I guess I can understand. Okay, if I would do this... Well, could we do a lot better stuff than what we have been able to do previously? Not really. Sure, I can get either one of these two possibly killed, which is, I guess, better than nothing. So you have healing. So I might try to just go and deal a nice amount of damage to this guy, but that's really risky. Basically, it will mean that you will die. Like, certainly. But on the other hand, I guess assassins should be used in a sense like that. But, yeah. This is like, it's kind of really bad idea. Not just a little bit. Shouldn't have used that. But it's difficult to decide, as said before. I guess I could go into here and just attack this guy a little bit. Or just attack this one. I guess I'll just try to go at least a little bit forward, because we have to get into there at some point anyways to kill these guys. Pretty much. Let's get your energy down a bit more. Increase in health, I think that was, guard-wise. I think. Not 100% sure. Maybe I should wait a little bit longer so that I can at least get some more hits into this guy. Okay, you come here too. And then we're gonna be doing some nice double strike into... Actually, with the double strike you would kill this guy. Not sure if that's actually what we want to do though. Especially because it would actually take you really low on health. Like, it's sometimes indeed difficult to decide what thing to do. That would not kill you, this would. I guess I should just kill you, unless you would be dead. Then I could try to just heal you, maybe. At least one is dead, and you gained a little bit health back. I'm just especially worried about that guy over there. I'm not actually that worried about this guy. He's annoying, but I'm not as worried about him as at the very least. Yeah, I didn't actually have the healer at the moment in here, but I guess that's fine. I guess I'll just go and get some power absorption from this guy at the moment. So we have a little bit energy. I hate you. I knew that you would do something like that. Well, of course I knew. It's not like that was in any way a surprise. Now at least I can actually shoot you with this, but you're not gonna be... Yes, I'm gonna kill you. Ugh, I'm gonna kill you even if it kills me. Because it pretty much kills almost our archer. But freaking A, you're at least gone. And I hated you. I hated your existence. Sure, you're gonna lose your life too, but this guy was a problem. And he had to be dealt with. Sooner or later. Anyways. It's not good, for sure. It's definitely not good, but it's not nearly as bad as it could be, maybe. We'll see how this will end up now when at least we got that guy killed. Yeah, let's just do that. At least a pushback. Yeah, you're just doing your things all the time there, increasing health and all that, and I don't like that either, but I don't know if I can do too much about that right now. Increases defense of a party member by 6. Maybe I should do that into you, because you're really in a risky zone too. Just in case. So now it's the... Which turn is it? Number 3, so I can do this to someone. I think it would be best served to put it on you though, then. Nonetheless, that minus 15 defense. Yeah, they want to get rid of my warrior now. And that also happened. Very much so. I don't like you. I don't like any of them. In all honesty. I think I want to use your ability. It's just a question how, but I guess this might be a good way, because then at least we would be able to get rid of this guy all the way over here. And you're efficient killer, so just go and kill him. Brains. We at least get rid of that guy. Sure, we have a problem here, but still. Maybe. At least this is a better option than before, I'd say, personally. Reduces health by 10. It won't kill you yet, though. So that's why I'm not really that interested in doing that. If I bring you here and just try to do so that you might have a counterattack, do I prefer parry or the counterattack? Increases your defense and attack by 1. Yeah. This would be nice otherwise, but it's not going to be nice from this position because I already moved you there anyways. That's just a counterattack, so parry to this guy I think is the better option. At least his energy is down, so the options he can do are not that amazing. So at least you're alive still. Unfortunately, you can't do anything that great. Increases defense. Maybe I should just heal you a little bit with this guard. That might be also a nice option. Beautiful, Murderizing. Did you just lose the story character, or doesn't this game work that way? There's always a little bit like injuries, that's the thing. You get injuries. G'day, your strategy is not working. Disappointing. Well, to a certain degree it's working. Why so negative? I think Kira is too happy. I have to put her down a little bit. Of course you do. And sorry I'm not reading that much. I'm trying to concentrate into this battle and actually try to win it. Especially when there's a freaking timer. Even though there is actually a lot of time, but... Or do your characters have different endurance? Yeah, they pretty much have different endurances. They get wounds. If they have 4 wounds, they will die. Well, I think you will understand it better when we get to a campsite. Like this guy went down, so he has a minor injury now. And we can always be healing them on the journey and so on. So each time they go down from a battle or some other event in a real world map, they will get one injury. As in, now this guy has an injury. There's already the mark. He's down, he's got an injury. So, that way. Why doesn't he seem to have an injury? I think he should have an injury. Okay, what the hell am I doing with you? This is just an attack for a couple of points, so I'm not sure if it's really worth it. Even if I could do it like that. Increases attack of a party member. It's just a shame that you have to have such a bad amount of health too. I'm not sure if even defense bonus will actually help that much, because it's just... maybe I should just save it, because I'm not sure that's gonna be helping it. I guess I'll just... Maybe I should come into here and just increase his attack already for the future and just wait these guys to come into here. They are not... Okay, I can't actually do this because he's too far away. Oh well, whatever then. Okay, you're not actually down yet. I was very much thinking that you probably might be, but you're not. So I could actually use you immediately even. Increases your defense by 3. I don't think that will work though. Is it not this turn already? It's not turn 4 yet. Yeah, it's only turn 3. It's kind of surprising. Reduces health. It's just a shame that won't be able to kill anyone yet. I can try this. I'm just not sure if that's gonna be really helping when he has so low health. Yeah, it actually does help a lot when he has enough defense. Even though it feels like... How can it help that much when he's so freaking low on this? If I do this though, you basically will be... really so down that I can just kill you with the card, so that's fine, I guess. That will kill you though. Well, not quite, but it will kill you next, because I can't save you anymore after this. Unfortunate, but true. Unless I really would go and escape, but don't think I will do that. Yep. There was really not much that I was able to do about that. What card did you use to do that? Unfair. Very unfair. So it's still turn 4. I wonder how that exactly works. Why is it turn 4 still? Not turn 4 still, even though... Like... Not sure. Not sure about this at all. You do have a lot of freaking energy though. Let's increase your attack even more. You gotta be doing the killing when this guy is coming closer. I hope. I hope he wasn't able to attack 2 at the same time. Okay. This is like really slow going, I gotta say. Okay, you still wouldn't have enough action points then to get into there. I could actually use the card, but it's too late now, so... Just guess I'll just move a little bit. So freaking stupid. Unless you have a lot of energy, and as a result also health. Energy of 20 by random and increases health. Yeah, let's just do this. Because why not? It's not like there's... Yeah, it's going to kill you, finally. Yay! At least I won. I didn't realize there's a timer. Oh gosh, I'm not sure I like that. That's a bit of a stress factor. Yeah, even though it's slow timer, but it's still a timer. But what characters make up the story? You just lost 2, so surely they aren't story related. They are. I assume all characters are story related. Yeah, Mein Gott, that's a problem then, yes. We have to completely keep Gide's attention one of this day, let the timer run out on her. Yeah, what a devious plan, Flame, wahaha. A swirl in his non-existent moustache. Maybe you should get a moustache. How are you gonna be a proper villain if you don't have a moustache? I know a Polly when I see one and I like it. Helppo, very helppo. All jokes aside, how are you feeling, Gide? You gotta have a lot of energy to talk for hours and to deal with our talking. I'm happy. It's fun. Adequate job, Gide. Adequate. Yes, that's exactly my opinion too. It was adequate. Nothing more, nothing less. Just an adequate job. But see, they have a... Thorn is indeed alive, even though he went... What was that text, by the way? Did you guys see? Because I didn't notice. Cooling down after the battle, you stand beside the body of your former friend and comrade. It's horrible. The corpse is covered in blood and still looks like Krieger. But you know it's no longer him. It's just some traitorous beast. Your companions are in shock too. The words don't come easy. A warrior dies when an enemy strikes him down. But sometimes it's evil sorcery, not sharpened steel, that kills him. I believe that this is not fault of Kriegars. Still, report to me immediately if you begin to feel strange. Vikan draws closer. Folks might get scared. We should bury him somewhere. I'll send for some hooks. I doubt that anyone will dare touch him with the bare hands. Let's go, Thorn. There's nothing else we can do for him. You bend down and take the captain's insignia of Krieger's chest. The pendant is hot. You hand it to your daughter. Keep this, Gleda. We'll return to it to his family if we get a chance. Gleda wraps Krieger's pendant with a piece of fabric and stashes it. At this rate, there soon won't be much left of Krieger's pendant. The same goes for yours, I'm afraid. You stand facing your fallen comrade. Farewell, Krieger. You've been a good warrior and a true friend. This madness could have taken over any of us. Rest in peace. Rest in pieces, more like. Poor Krieger, he stayed alive in my game. Well, not in mine. Krieger is dead? No! Who's Krieger? Krieger is dead was the text. Okay. Krieger's the one who looked like Nicolas Cage and went nuts, yes. He was the one that was our enemy then in that battle. My groan, I have a closer look at this game and wishlist it. So does it look interesting enough to you? But yeah, here we go into the barracks. So we can look into, like, everyone here has a minor injury. Because these guys got killed in the battle. They all got a minor injury now. So, ain't that just lovely? All of them got a minor injury. And we can heal them if we use these trixies, but they are very valuable just for staying alive. So, not sure I want to do that. But anyways, we can also have some level ups, so that's at least nice. Okay, what do I want you to get? This is level 4, so definitely not yet something I can get. Let's see, what's this then? +5 to health. I think I'll get that, to be honest. I'm all the time dying with them anyway, so a little bit of extra health might be good, in all honesty. What about you, Sop? Reflexes, onslaught. +9 to health to the cost of the ability. +1 to walking might be also decent. Energy, I don't know. What do I want? Let's just take the reflexes. I can't decide otherwise. What about Brett? Brett can also get something. I did take the archery master for the other archer, so maybe I'll take the focus for you just so that we can see. Party's morale low. Low morale because we lost also the guy and all that. Okay. Isn't Krieger basically warrior to begin with? In German or something, right? Maybe. Perfect character description. Yes. Thank you. Microm, yes. I don't know what's... That's why I say I have a closer look. Okay. I'll get going. You have a good night. Okay, good night and sweet dreams, Vissinekko. Hopefully you have a great weekend ahead of you. Okay? Hyvää yötä ja kauniita unia. Bye bye. Sup and bread, best names ever. Awesome, he said, I guess. Yes, totally. Well, that's all that there's to that, but maybe we can heal again. Nope, we can only walk under the archway. The Menhir's power is fully drained, so we're not gonna be touching that. I think that would be an extremely bad idea. Not sure I wanna be buying more. Sure, I could buy this. Like, I'm really considering it to get Strixes. Maybe I will, just because I'm worried about my chances of surviving. But, okay, let's just go and talk to Shilauke, and then we can have some more whispers. I guess. Awesome that I'm so knowledgeable, yes. You return to the seer's tent, but she's not there. Instead, you see Vegan approaching. See, then no whispers anymore. Your old friend slaps you onto the back. If Sheila vanished, hounds would track down her scent. She comes and goes as she pleases. Take my word for it. You only waste time looking for her. Well, what am I supposed to do then? Kate? Your party is ready to set out, but Fisk is nowhere to be found. After some time, he appears. Vegan leads him towards you, a mob of villagers and carts at their heels. Why? Vegan is furious. God damn it all, Thorn. We caught your companion Fisk stealing. To make matters worse, he speared Kren, the potter, when we tried to apprehend him. I'm taking the skirter into custody unless you have anything to say about it. I don't wanna leave Fisk. I like Fisk. He's our scholar. I like Fisk. I don't wanna leave him. Also that I'm so knowledgeable, yes. I mean, we all know that knowing one word is the same as knowing an entire language, totally. Exactly. You must gather your party before venturing forth, Kide. Sausage with mayonnaise. Alrighty. Fight for Fisk or try to negotiate. Try to negotiate? Question mark. I just hope that if I try to negotiate, it won't be so that I will then actually completely lose Fisk, possibly. Fight for Fisk. Does it mean like battle fight? Or like not battle fight? Yes, I know that. Oh, Fisk was the spearman, wasn't it? No, Fisk was the drunkard spearman. Okay. Come on. How did we get sausages? I don't know. Well, I'll try to negotiate then. Fisk is at least just a spearman. I would prefer not to lose him though. Vegan notes. I've already spoken with the dead man's family about compensation. They wanted 1,000 gold for Kren. I bargained on your behalf and they went down to 500 gold. Do you have that kind of money? Fine, pay 500 gold. Vegan takes the money and assures you that he will take care of the matter. He tells the onlookers to scatter, which they do begrudgingly. You cast an angry glance at Fisk and promise to sort him out later. So we have to, quite clearly. I guess we're
territory.
Ready to leave.
Fire gives warmth, but the cold gives protection. Shadow Clan's code for warriors of peace.
So then we would be going into this other guy, to the Shadow Clan and all. So, interesting. We haven't even traveled here in Frisia yet, so that will be interesting enough. But I think that will be left for the next time. I think this is a good place to be ending for today for the Ash of Gods 2. So, and besides, there's anyways only one choice here. Only Wodan road to travel on, so we shall travel on it next time. Thank you everyone for watching some more of the Ash of Gods. And we shall see you next time then. For next Friday, really. Yes. put some more. So thank you everyone watching here on Twitch streams. I hope you guys enjoyed, and also on YouTube. Hopefully we'll be enjoying when I just go and actually upload this all. So thank you all, and see you next time.